Oh, shout out to Pamela Henderson, man. Mm, God, man, y'all just don't know, man. Sun man. Oh shit, what's up, Alexander Byrne? Hey, man, shit rough out here in these streets. Some for a little bit, you know. I got a lot going on, man. Wish I could have came on earlier for you guys, but mm, mm, what's up? Yeah, man. Hey, man. If I don't eat now, I ain't gonna eat no time, man. Y'all don't know what I be doing before. I'm gonna break it down to y'all one day. Before I come on, it don't be no bowl of cherries, man. I can tell you that much. See, I used to smoke weed all the time, man. When I was on here before, before 2020, like the end of 2020, I was always high when I was on or a little tipsy. I was a weed smoking motherfucker before 2020. I was a weed smoking motherfucker. Yeah, so right now in my life, well, my wife's pregnant, right? So my wife is pregnant, and I got a 2.5 year old. She's something else, man. She's something else, man. So a lot of times, man, in the evenings, man, it's hard for me to get on here. I plan on getting on here at 10:30 sometimes. My daughter, she don't want to go to sleep. My wife, she not feeling well. It's always something. You feel me? It's always something at night. Yeah, man. And when women get pregnant, man, they flip on you. Pregnant woman will, pregnant women, goddamn women, boy. Man, living with a pregnant woman is something else, Jack. Living with a pregnant woman is something else. I see why a lot of fathers not there because the woman push him away. It takes a strong man to stick around while a woman pregnant. Press one. It takes a strong man to stick around while a woman is pregnant because her fucking attitude. Most of y'all heard your father left because he wasn't shit. Nah, your father left because your motherfucking mother pushed him away. Press one. Man, I tell you, man, woman will flip on you when she get pregnant. I mean, flip. Yeah, man. I tell you, they say women are crazy when they're on their period. You say, okay, so she's crazy when she's on a period. Okay, when she get pregnant, there's no period. She's crazy when she's pregnant. Then after she has the baby, oh, postpartum depression. Well, she's crazy because of postpartum depression. Then after postpartum depression, she's crazy again. They're like, well, listen, women are just fucking crazy. Make sure, hey guys, take the $5 challenge, man. Take the $5 challenge. We about to get into it. Um, let's see what these sons talking about, man.
Amaya, who about me? Who about me? Amaya, Amaya, who? Why? Bobby. Oh, oh, Allah, Allah, Amaya, who about me?
And yo, they ain't playing on them streets of England, man. They use them shits. They all walking around with them shits. And the police don't have no fucking guns. Wow.
Problem. You wanna fight? You wanna fight, motherfucker? You wanna fight? Making stop. Please. Come here. You wanna fight? You wanna get angry? Come here right now. I beg you, Alpha. Please stop. Come here. Please stop. Please stop.
Please stop. Please stop. Gliders. Shout out to Old School, man. He says, come on, Arc Nation. Take the diaper challenge, y'all. Congratulations, Arc. Yeah, man. Salute, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate your support, man. We got the diaper situation under control, no doubt. Just support the channel as you normally would, man. Appreciate you guys, man. But really the issue, the thing that is that I come on late. I can't keep a consistent time of when I'm going to come on, man. I just come on when I can, man. Which is usually very, very late at night. So you guys gonna have to be flexible with me on that front, man. And salute to you guys, man. Y'all for doing that, man. Because it's not easy, man. It's not easy not knowing what the hell's going on, man. It's not easy not knowing what the hell's going on when I'm gonna be on. Salute. Yeah, man. Understand showing off in a major way, man. Let's see what these black folk talking about, man. I want to see what these black folk talking about. Black Twitter is trending. Well, since black Twitter is trending, let's see what black people talking about. Oh, it's a new social media platform called Spill. It's a new it's a competitor. So Elon said you can only look at 6,000 texts Elon said you can only look at 6,000 tweets a day. You can only view 6,000 tweets a day. And of course, the group that spends the most time on the internet couldn't handle that, man. So there's a new app called Spill. Shout out to Old School, man. Our Nation Hall of Famer, man. Ha, man. He said extra condom. Y'all crazy, man. You're off the chain, man. You're off the chain for that, man. Nah, Elon hasn't fucked up Twitter. He's changing it, man. The business model is changing, man. I don't know how you look at more than 6,000 tweets a day. I don't understand how you could look at more than 6,000 tweets a day. Go to IG, motherfucker. So apparently, a lot of these black Twitter profiles are white people with ulterior motives.
Clarification. What does this mean?
I don't know.
You don't know what black means?
I do.
Okay, so what did you mean whenever you wrote it on the gratuity?
I'm talking about me.
Okay, so you're black, therefore you don't have to tip? Is that what that means?
Oh, I didn't know that it mean not tip. I'll tip you.
Uh-oh. Sister getting a little bit of her own medicine, man. They giving the sister a taste of her own medicine.
Clarification. What does this mean?
I don't know.
You don't know what black means?
I do.
Okay, so what did you mean whenever you wrote it on the gratuity?
I'm talking about me.
Why are you confronting the customer though? That just shows you the boldness of black people. Why are you confronting the customer? Press 1. Why is she confronting the customer with static? But if you racist, man, that shit don't matter. She could haul off and punch this guy and keep her job now. He a racist, man. He a racist, man. She could spit in his face and she gonna keep her job. Why are you approaching the customer like this? Because black privilege.
Okay, so what did you mean whenever you wrote it on the gratuity?
I'm talking about me.
Okay, so you're black, therefore
Gratuity. She put 3 T's in gratitude. Gratituity. Although she put 4 T's in it. Gratituity. It's gratuity. Gratuity. Say it with me, sister. I know we got big lips, but gratuity.
Gratuity.
I'm talking about me.
Okay.
I do.
Okay, so what did you mean whenever you wrote it on the gratuity?
I'm talking about me.
Okay, so you're black, therefore you don't have to tip? Is that what that means?
Oh, I didn't know that it mean not tip. I'll tip you.
It's fine. I just wanted to know why you wrote that on the check.
That was for me, but I'll tip you if you have a
No, I don't care if you tip me or not.
Well,
I just want to know.
wanted to tip
Oh yeah, you do.
you. I didn't know what that meant.
So you wrote black?
That's what he
Is that your
told me to
favorite
write.
color or?
No.
Okay.
That's what he told me to write.
Okay. Well,
That's what he told me to write. He snitched. Oh God. That guy's a rat. He's snitching because of this black chick. Imagine what he would do in the interrogation room. Here's the thing. As a white guy, you don't even have to think about that. As a black dude, that would be a big deal. Press 1. If these guys were all black, this would be a huge deal right here. Because, we all know that one day we're going to commit crimes together. We know we're going to commit crimes together, or somebody around you going to commit a crime. This would be a huge deal. This ain't no big deal around white kids because they ain't really going to commit crimes like that. Black kids, we know we committing crimes in the future, and this is a big deal, man. We looking at you funny, man.
To tip you, I didn't know what that meant.
So you wrote black?
That's what he.
Is that your favorite color, or?
No.
Okay.
That's what he told me to write.
Okay. Well,
Well, can I tip you?
I mean, if you, I mean, if that's what you want to do, I'm not begging you for a tip. I just want to know why you wrote black on your check.
He told me.
Why would you take his money? He's a racist. You gonna take that fucking slave money, that slave bastard money, that money tinged with hate?
Okay. I was wanting to tip.
Oh, you were wanting to? So okay.
I didn't know what that meant.
Thank you.
She took that tip bar and she forgot about that fucking racism, cooking shit. Why you ain't show what you look like? Why you ain't show us a picture of that thing, man, so we can see what you working with? You big dummy. God. Oh. Black people just be, they got time for a lot of bullshit. Who gives a fuck about that? But it said Black Twitter when a white person replies to one of our tweets. So this is Black Twitter when a white person replies to one of their tweets. They do be fucking, they do love it, man. That's true, man. Yo, this is why I'm saying, man, the white men who fucking Stanley and Livingstone and Stanley, and all those white men that went into Africa, man. Oh my God. Y'all some brave motherfuckers, man. You know how many white men got boiled in a pot, got skinned alive, man, doing stupid shit like this? Not much different than the typical Sun team, man. Yeah, man, you get eaten in Papua New Guinea quick, man. Let's see this, man. Let's see what this white guy talking about. I mean, this black guy talking about. What he talking about? So the tweet says, if you're not a descendant of enslaved African people, I don't want to hear your hot takes on affirmative action. Sick of these insensitive assholes. Black Americans were excluded from everything. Education was one of our only means.
Trying to take drugs, I refer to myself. Trying to better myself. Trying to better my.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Affirmative action gone, dog. You better make better grades, man. It says, by the way, Europe was named after an African black queen that owned and controlled. Her name was Europa. She was a Moor. Why y'all keep letting black people think they was the Moors, man? Why y'all be honest with them? Can I get a glider to come here and be truthful with me? Well, why do gliders never tell sons that they not the Moors, man? Why do gliders always let sons get away with saying they the Moors? They conquered Europe and shit. The Moors were Tuaregs and Berbers, man, and goddamn, the Moors were like they weren't black, man. It wasn't black, even though their armies were made up. They had a lot of armies made up of castrated black slaves, but the society wasn't black. Yeah, they won't be anything except for West Africans, man. You never hear a son say, we invented West Africa, man. They don't want shit to do with West Africa, man. Ain't no cool shit in West Africa, man. Ain't nothing to be proud of, man, according to them, man. If there was something cool that son thought, if there was something that some people thought was cool about West Africa, they would fucking throw it in our faces 24/7. Press 1. If there was anything that some people thought was remotely valuable, cool, or fucking innovative or genius or respectable on a world stage about West Africa, you would never fucking hear the end of it. Sons think West Africa some shit, man. They think West Africa some shit, man. Europe was named after an Africa black queen that owned and controlled. Her name was Europa. She was a Moor. Now sit down, let me do the teaching since genetically I have an advantage. I'm the son of my forefathers. I do not debate with racists, I educate them. Y'all are exhausting, man. Y'all wear people out. Y'all wear people out, man. Y'all are exhausting, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. Y'all are fucking exhausting, man. Y'all test people's Y'all test people's resolve. Y'all test people's resolve. Y'all test people's resolve, man.
Investigators believe a fender bender may have led to a shootout that left one man dead and two injured. It happened outside an after-hours lounge in southwest Harris County. In just the past 15 minutes, KPRC2 has learned the suspect is that man
DeMontez Sharp. DeMontez.
There, 31-year-old DeMontez Sharp. That information, according to the Harris County Sheriff's Office. Investigators tell KPRC2's Rowan Balogan they believe Sharp started the shooting and was then shot by a security guard.
Sheriff Ed Gonzalez says it's unclear if any of the victims in this shooting were even a part of that fender bender.
It's unclear if any of the victims in this shooting were even a part of the fender bender. Thanks, DeMontez, man. Hey, DeMontez, you want to go to the range, man? Oh, yeah, man, we go to the range, man. We going to go tomorrow, man. Just call me. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Hey, DeMontez, man, I called you, man. Why you ain't answer, man? Oh, man, yeah, man. Next time we go to the range, man, come by, slide through, pick me up, man.
KPRC2's Rowan Balogan, they believe Sharp started the shooting and was then shot by a security guard.
Sheriff Ed Gonzalez says it's unclear if any of the victims in this shooting were even a part of that fender bender. 3 people shot outside an after-hours lounge in southwest Harris County, possibly stemming from a minor fender bender.
That led to some type of verbal and possibly physical altercation.
There we go. That's what it was about. The fender bender just put them in contact. It put them in a position to interact. The fender bender was a vehicle, no pun intended, to get them to interact. It was the interaction that was the problem, man.
Fender bender.
That led to some type of verbal and possibly physical altercation as people were coming out. Others joined the fray. People produced pistols.
Sheriff Ed Gonzalez believes there were at least 2 shooters. One woman was hit in the leg as she was trying to run away. The sheriff said she then took herself to the hospital. The sheriff adding a security guard fired their weapon.
It's possible that one of the armed security guards out here acted quickly, was able to neutralize the shooter and shot him, and who knows if more people would have been shot.
Gonzalez said 4 years ago there was a shooting at this after-hours lounge. This time,
that's not bad. 4 years between shootings at a black after-hours spot. That's pretty good, man. Press 1. This is like this is a model black establishment. Or it might not even be a black establishment that caters to blacks. Only a shooting every 4 years, man. Shit, man. I might, next time I'm in Houston, man, I might slide through there, man. It's pretty safe, man.
The shooter and shot him, and who knows if more people would have been shot.
Gonzalez said 4 years ago there was a shooting at this after-hours lounge. This time, the lounge was closing when the shooting happened in the parking lots.
And just want to continue to warn our community members to not frequent these after-hours clubs. They're hubs for a lot of criminal activity. We see all kinds of things from prostitution to drugs to disturbances and obviously shootings.
And the sheriff believes a number of people were out here during and after the shooting. They're asking any of them who may know anything, have any information, to call the sheriff's office or Crime Stoppers.
Think about how shit, fuck, ass, pussy, bitch, dirt, filth, cum stain, blood, hazmat, black people are. I can't even think of a word. You're running this fucking after hour spot. Illegal, off the books. You're not supposed to be doing it. And fucking some people cause a fucking million cops to come down there over a fucking fender bender. Now you're fucking in trouble. You got this little fucking juke joint running out of the back of a fucking goddamn hair salon and shit. Shit's going good. No trouble. A minor fender bender and fucking 50 cops show up. Black people fuck everything up. Salute to Gary Thomas. He says, what sons can't seem to wrap their heads around is the idea of in a truly equal world, they'll still be at the bottom of society. Yeah, no, at a truly equal world, we'll be way further down than, yeah, we don't want no equal world, man. As you can tell, man. Shout out to Cool Cat. He said, truly missed y'all. Salute Ock Nation from Miami, Florida. Yeah, man, we ain't going nowhere, Cool Cat, man. You should have came to Rumble last week, man. We was on Rumble all last week, man. You should have came to Rumble, man. Salute to everybody who was over at Rumble, man. Why you ain't tell Cool Cat, man? Yeah, had Cool Cat out in these streets, man, thinking we was off for the week, man. Y'all ain't shit, man. Shout out to everybody over on Rumble, man. Make sure you hit that super chat. Take the $5 challenge over on Rumble. Yeah. Y'all can take that $5 challenge on Rumble too. Don't be trying to be over on Rumble like I can't even. Yeah, man. Sons fuck everything up.
The activity happening along a narrow one-way street in San Francisco is causing.
Yeah, smash, but she don't make me want to smash. She make me want to like marry her and shit. Like I don't want to like, bitch. You all fucking put together and shit, man. I want somebody to donkey fuck and shit in the goddamn break room and shit. In the closet in the break room. You ain't gonna be able to donkey fuck her in the closet in the break room.
The activity happening along a narrow one-way street in San Francisco is causing major problems for homeowners and businesses. They say years of complaints over drug dealing, public defecation, and substance use are falling on deaf ears. The trouble spot is Willow Street near Van Ness Avenue. ABC 7 News anchor Dion Lim hit the streets in the neighborhood and shows us what city leaders say are hurdles to solving the problem, along with proposed solutions.
It's hard to believe driving through the areas of Van Ness Avenue and Willow Streets.
Jesus Christ. People live all up in these fucking buildings over here. Good people, too, allegedly. Good people, good Democrat voting, good, well-meaning people who care about underserved populations. That's fucked up, too. The people that live around here are good. They want the world to be a better place for everyone. They think that it's terrible that drug addicts. It's terrible how Republicans treat these people. We're better than them. These are a bunch of good people that live around here in these buildings and shit that got to come out to this stuff. They good. That's fucked up, man. The people that live here, got it. They good people, man. Hey, I don't know about you, but a guy like me, I believe that what that Clarence Thomas did, I'm not for it. If it was up to me, I mean, I'd double down on affirmative action. Because me and my wife, we just love black people. We love homeless people. We love drug addicts. We love everybody. We're not like those racist Trump supporters.
Street near Van Ness Avenue. ABC 7 News anchor Dion Lim hit the streets in the neighborhood and shows us what city leaders say are hurdles to solving the problem, along with proposed solutions.
It's hard to believe, driving through the areas of Van Ness Avenue and Willow Streets, we're just blocks from City Hall.
It has been very, very frustrating that we have to, as a resident, had to witness this.
Yo, look at these fucking white people, man. Like the trashiest white people live in San Francisco and Kensington. It used to be Appalachia, man, and West Virginia. What happened to West Virginia, man? West Virginia looking like, damn, man, that used to be us, man. Shit, West Virginia is like shit, man.
Witness this chaos every single day.
Tent after tent. Open drug dealing, drug use, and a whole host of other safety issues.
Oh, why they try to show the black dude smoking crack? Don't try to show the black dude smoking crack, man. Why you ain't show these white people smoking crack? Oh, he's shooting up. Okay, never mind. But still, man, they still, yeah, they only mean shit, man, racism.
Whole host of other safety issues.
There's a man throwing knives in front of our door.
Are what residents of one condo complex say.
He out there throwing knives, man. Listen, man. Listen, man, let me tell you something, man. I'm not even gonna hold you, man. If there was a barber shop across the street, a black barber shop on that block or across the street, they'd have shut that shit down quick. Hey, cuz, man. Hey, man, get the fuck on, man. Hey, man. Hey, move around, nigga, man. Hey, man, get your bitch ass the fuck around here. Move the fuck around. All it took is for a black barbershop to be over there, man. The black barbershop crowd would have fucking pushed, would have got rid of him, man. Throwing knives and shit at a tree and shit. Niggas would have been offended. Oh, he think we some bitches. He'd have been over there for a couple of hours. They'd have been looking like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is that? You know him? Where he from? Once they'd have found out you ain't from nowhere, you an off-brand, you ain't no nigga from no hood, or you ain't from nowhere, or you just some crazy homeless dude, man, they would have fucking, they wouldn't even have to whoop his ass. He'd have just felt the energy, man.
There's a man throwing knives in front of our door.
Are what residents of one condo complex say they've been dealing with for years, despite reporting to 311 regularly.
A lot of my neighbors, they have been doing so. And also, after we posted many like shots and created a ticket on 311, they never got back to us. They just closed the ticket. Without doing anything. I do feel hopeless.
An employee of a restaurant at Willow and Van Ness showed us the bars installed on the front doors after repeated problems.
I am calling the police every day. Every single day, the same thing. Never change.
I reached out to the Department of Emergency Management, asking what was being done with Willow Street. The city attorney's office sent back a statement saying essentially in part, there's only so much they can do, citing a preliminary injunction order from the district court, prohibiting enforcement of laws against sitting, lying, or sleeping on public property, against involuntary homeless individuals. But the city can offer services to the unhoused, and law enforcement can take action. But as long as the homeless aren't obstructing public right-of-way, they can remain in place. Which is why shortly after we witnessed a street cleaning effort Friday morning,
Like a 1 hour, after 2 hours, everybody come back again.
Residents also say they've been reaching out to their supervisor, Dean Preston, who sent me this statement, saying in part he's lobbying for community ambassadors for the area. And 300.
Look at this white lady. She probably thinks she's so fucking cool walking her dog up there. She probably this white lady ain't no fucking a drug addict. She lived there. She looking like, oh shit, man. Fuck, man. And guess what her response to this? Guess what her answer to this is? Can anybody in the chat tell me what her answer to this is? To what's happened to her community? Does anybody know what her response and her answer and her solution for this is, man? Yeah, more shit. More fucking Democratic policies, man. She would double down, man. She think twice as much. Whatever they did to get here, do it twice as much. That'll fix it. Twice as much of that shit will fix it, man. Shout out to Tex47 on Rumble. He says, here's $10 for the kitty to buy a soundboard plug-in for StreamYard so you can sound balance your panel guest. A soundboard plug-in. I don't know what a soundboard plug-in. Let me look that up, man. Salute to you, bro. Soundboard plug-in, man, before I forget, man. And yeah. Oh yeah, let me hit this. Let me drop the link, man. Soundboard plug-in. Maybe they got one on StreamYard. I don't know. Yes, I have heard people complaining about some of y'all levels, man. Let me drop the link, man. These people crazy. Shout out to everybody watching on Rumble. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube, Ock Nation TV, Ock Nation Gold. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that, man. Which means that, when I get a chance, man. Salute to everybody, man. Let me put the link in the description box too, man. Damn, I keep forgetting I be forgetting to monetize this video. I don't know if it's gonna be monetized, but probably not. I tell them the things they want to hear. You got me. Now I know what love's for real. Yeah, man. I feel juvenated, man. I got me some food in my stomach, man. Who is 12 a.m. p.m. Older Sports? I don't know who the fuck that is. Who are you? 12? He ain't even got no fucking face up there, man. 12?
Yo,
what's up,
me.
man?
That's
what's up,
me.
bro? Oh, what's up, man? How you doing, man? What's
going on, man? Nah, something's wrong with my YouTube. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that shit.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah,
like, what the fuck?
hey, damn, Mark, have some gratitude.
Yeah, man, my bad for not having gratitude, man. Yeah, man, my bad. That's how you know that lady was black, man. Even if she how to say you black without saying you black, man. Pronounce gratitude, man. I even say that shit like that too, man. I'm a Sun man, man. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna start saying that too, man. I'm gonna start using that, man. When I'm because I tip well, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I got some DoorDash, man, today. That food that I just ate, I DoorDashed, man. Guy was right up the street, man. He was like 5 minutes away, man. I tipped him $10, man. I don't play, man. I believe in tipping on DoorDash people, man.
Yeah, I just tipped to the restaurant too.
Yeah, man. We gotta break the myth, man. Stereotypes, man. Shit, man. Look at this guy, man. Goddamn pants sagging and shit. You can tell, man. Look, some of these white people out here, man. I'm telling you, man.
Nah, those are some white people like that. We got that same little problem in our city too.
Yeah, Boston, right? Yeah, definitely. Well, y'all got homegrown. These motherfuckers are transplants.
Nah, real shit.
Yeah, and here's the fucked up part about it, man. As I've been searching white history, man, one thing I've learned is that even in the 1600s, the Queen Elizabeth, Victorian age, all that shit, King Arthur, all that bullshit, most whites were peasants and serfs.
Nah, real shit. They were.
You know what I'm saying? It was a very small part of the white population that took over the whole world. I'm talking about probably 1% of white people is responsible. Now they had fucking the other white people working, on their behalf and shit. But as far as creating writing systems and shit, languages and inventing things like sailboats and shit like that, and steel and how to forge steel and shit like that, it's a very small group of white people that did that, man.
Statement saying in part he's lobbying for community ambassadors for the area, and 300 neighbors have already signed a petition demanding the mayor fix things fast. As for Jay, who bought her condo in 2014 when the surroundings looked like this, she and her family have been trying to leave.
2022, we tried to sell our unit, but we couldn't sell it.
Oh yeah, if you got DoorDash, I suggest you get the DoorDash pass. That DoorDash pass, that's the only reason I ordered DoorDash, because when you got DoorDash and you don't have the DoorDash pass, it's a fee for this, a fee for that. Your shit costs $28, right? After the fees, your shit gonna be $75.
I want to say $75. Hell yeah!
And then you got tip them.
In New York, man,
$80, 85.
In New York, you don't have to tip them, man, because you know what their minimum wage is now? In New
What?
York City?
What's
$18
that?
an hour.
Oh wow, I didn't know that, because
That's crazy.
I got some Uber Eats when I was in. No, I think it was DoorDash when I was in Harlem last time. I got some Popeyes. I got a bucket of chicken. It was $80, man. But I didn't have the DoorDash pass. I didn't have the DoorDash pass back then. It was fees. It's the fees, man.
You get automatic Grubhub Plus with Amazon too, I think.
Okay.
So you get that for 2 years, you know.
Yeah. Salute. Oh man, we about to get into the main event in a minute, man.
Only tonight on Fox, a criminal district court judge sentences an 18-year-old to just 10 years after he pleads guilty to killing 3 young men.
Family members.
10 years for 3 murders?
10 years?
This is how you know it wasn't a white person. That's the type of country we live in now. You know, when you hear that, you 1000% know that the kid's not white. That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, my brother back in days 01, he got 10 years for attempted murder. That was attempt. 10 years for 3 murders? God.
Damn. Yeah, man. You know this kid is of color, man.
I think somebody needs to do
Only tonight.
Somebody needs to do gliders in Gliderland. Really. I mean, really. Somebody's got to,
They do. It's called fucking world history. It's called ancient history, medieval history. They don't tell the truth about y'all. They don't tell the truth about y'all. See, here's the thing. Gliders and gliderlands, all they talk about is the kings and the queens in the king's court. They don't talk about the regular motherfuckers that was fucking on the farms and shit, the sharecroppers and shit. That's what the real gliders and gliders land is. It's a lot of that on YouTube. Tell you how those people live. Those people live miserly, terrible fucking lives, man. It was fucking miserable.
West Virginia is Beverly Hills compared to that stuff, man.
Yeah, those people were miserable.
Only tonight on Fox, a criminal district court judge sentences an 18-year-old to just 10 years after he pleads guilty to killing 3 young men.
Family members of the victims are just devastated. Fox 26's Randy Wallace joining us live from the newsroom with this exclusive story. Randy.
Yeah, Rossi, 230th Criminal District Court Judge Chris Morton has been the subject of many of our breaking bond reports. He has a history of granting multiple bonds to violent offenders who go on to become murder suspects.
Why did he do that to us?
Relatives of 22-year-old Eric Aduna say instead of justice, what they got from 230th Criminal District Court Judge Chris Morton was a slap in the face.
10 years. 10 years? 3 lives were taken.
That's right. Morton sentenced 18-year-old Amadal Madawi to 10 years after pleading guilty to killing Eric, 18-year-old Fanan Mashu, and 23-year-old Nick Rodriguez. All 4 were valets. Madawi was doing donuts and burnouts. He took off at a high rate of speed to avoid police and crashed into the others.
He was...
Damn. I remember this story, this fucking kid. That kid got 10 years. This happened not even maybe a year and a half ago. That's crazy, man. Damn. If he was white, there's no way he gets 10 years for this, man. Just public outrage. If he got 10, black people would protest and make a big fuss about it, and they'd have to go back and re-sentence him. And that would be normal. No one would be like, wait a second, y'all, what the fuck are y'all doing down here, man? Yo, what the fuck? It'd be like normal that black people's like, man, we should overcome, man. Y'all got re-sentence him, man. Shit crazy.
Amadal Madawi to 10 years after pleading guilty to killing Eric, 18-year-old Fanan Mashu, and 23-year-old Nick Rodriguez. All 4 were valets. Madawi was doing donuts and burnouts. He took off at a high rate of speed to avoid police and crashed into the others.
He was like their shield. Fanan and Nick's shield.
Eric took the brunt of the impact of the crash. He was dismembered.
Every part of his body.
Eric's mother, Rose Orduna, says the case was set for last week, but Judge Morton left court because his son was in an accident.
You would think that it would have made a difference. It didn't make a difference. His son is okay. Ours were taken.
Actually, that day that he was taken from us was the last day that I saw him.
Deborah Argueta, Eric's aunt and godmother, says Judge Morton cried during her victim impact statement.
I really thought he was at least going to get 50.
He said he cried, the judge cried during the victim impact statement and still gave the fucking son word 10 years.
She said she thought he was going to give his ass 50 when she seen the judge cry.
He didn't give him 10 for each. He could have at least given him 10 for each.
Well, here's the thing, though. You got to remember, I think that he doesn't want to ruin this young man's life because he made a mistake. It was a mistake. He was young, and he doesn't want to ruin his life. They think like that, man, when it comes to black kids. When it comes to black kids, they think about, like, I don't want to ruin his life.
How old is he?
18. He might be 20 now.
So he's coming out, he'll be 30. He'll be able to kill a few more people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I promise you. If he's a son, he looks like a son. Looks like a maybe Ethiopian or something. He's over it. Like, I think Gladys got the difference between Gladys toss and turn at night about shit. A Gladys would have did this 50 years ago and be like, waking up in the middle of the night thinking about it. Something like that, man.
Wake up in a sweat and shit.
Yeah,
this motherfucker go smoke right after this shit.
We're just not like that, man.
I really thought he was at least going to get 50 or 30, not 10. It's just a slap in my family's face.
I think it's ridiculous. It's not fair for us. It's not fair for the family. It's like he got away with murder again. 10 years isn't nothing.
Eric's aunt Stephanie Guerrera says Morton felt Madawi deserves a second chance.
He's young. He has another chance of life. You know, he's going to give him 10 years. You know, what about my nephew? What about Fanon? What about Nick? What about them? They don't have no more chance.
Was the accident the
DA's
result of him stealing the car?
No, he was doing donuts. The car wasn't stolen. He was doing donuts.
But he was doing donuts. So
and then when the police came, he sped off and crashed.
So he killed them in commission of another crimes, running from the police.
Yeah, but you're missing the point. You don't want to ruin his life because he has so much potential, so much life left to live, man.
He just killed 3 people, man.
Yeah, man.
My life would be ruined if I did that. My life would be ruined.
I think. To be honest with you, I think it was an accident, though. To be honest with you.
Oh, I definitely think it was an accident, but still, like he killed 3 guys.
Reckless. I mean, the absolute definition of reckless endangerment. He did not give a damn about who he was putting in harm's way by driving like that.
No, he did, and but that's affirmative action too, because it's like, come on, everybody knows. Like, come on, you're a son, man. Like, come on, man. You don't know. Like, it's affirmative action. It's unwritten affirmative action. Like, you're white, you know that. Come on, Glider, man. You know how y'all think about us. Like, right.
Well, no. You know, I mean, here's how it works. Here's how it works with Glider. Like you commit, like a Sunman commits a crime. The whole family's still behind him. They're going to court. The whole thing, right? You know, a Glider commits like a traffic ticket, and the family's not there.
Yeah, but it's like, you know how, like, let's just say, are you in an apartment or you in a house, Vladimir?
I'm in an apartment.
Okay, so let's just say it's a bunch of white kids. Like, they just had a frat party. They all got their little baseball caps turned to the back and shit. Their little fucking khaki shorts on and shit, in their van, tennis shoes on, and they're fucking in the hallway or in the foyer, just talking loud, having a bunch of fun and shit. It's late. You're trying to fucking sleep. You come down to see what all the noise is and shit, and it's like 5 or 6 fucking frat boys down there fucking talking shit, and you know what I'm saying? And they're like, hey, old man, what's your problem? What you gonna do?
What would I do?
Yeah.
What would I do in that situation? Probably at some point, if it was a regular thing, I'd say something to the landlord or something. I don't know. If it was in my building, or you're talking about outside my building.
Yeah, in your building.
In my building, I would handle it through the landlord.
Okay, but would you feel threatened by them?
Would I feel threatened? No, not really. No, but I'll tell you something though. I've been in Midtown back before the pandemic. The scariest thing in Midtown were usually really, really drunk, out of control, glider out of towners.
Mm-hmm.
That was usually the scariest thing there.
Right. Okay, but now, if it's some fucking black HBCU students down there and they're fucking, they got their FAMU fucking sweaters on and they're down there twerking and acting a fool in the fucking
cops.
See, it's different. It's different rules with different people. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Don't call the cops.
Yeah, no, but I mean, people are different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to handle people differently, man. So, like, they know, the system knows that they got to treat us a little different, and it's like, because we're our fun is dangerous right around every corner when we're having fun. Those fucking frat boys are having fun. Nobody's gonna die ever unless they kill themselves.
Real talk. I grew up around some pretty wealthy suburbanites, and those kids. I remember every week this one kid was wrapping his car around a tree somewhere, and his pops knew the police commissioner of the little town. And he always got off, and one day he was going to kill somebody. And people, and wealthy people have killed people as a result of DUIs and gotten away with it. Wealthy kids,
right,
glider kids.
And so
I'm not saying that makes this right. I still think this kid should have gotten 30 years. But I mean, give him 30 years, give him a chance to get out in 15. You know what I mean? But
bullet hole after bullet.
Well, I see what you're saying. Let me move along.
Bullet hole after bullet hole shows how life changed in an instant for one Memphis family.
I've been here 9 years. I know that on this side never came over here. We never had this type of problem.
Around 10:30 Thursday night, a house along Bass.
Hey, listen, man, her house just got shut up. I mean, you gotta give her a break, man. It's just goddamn. Even when they're rightfully upset, it's just annoying. You can understand why she's upset. And you're just like, shit, man. Why you gotta be like that, though? Why you can't just be different, man?
I've been here 9 years. I know that on this side never came over here. We never had this.
That brown sugar. That brown sugar.
She said 9 years.
That brown sugar, man.
That brown sugar. Wait a minute. So it's her kid whose house it's her house that got shot up.
Yeah. She been over here 9 years.
For 48 rounds. I think it all makes sense, 48 rounds at her.
9 years. She been there for 9 years.
I've been here 9 years. I know that on this side never came over here. We never had this type of problem.
Around 10:30 Thursday night, a house along Basswood Street was shot up nearly 50 times. Memphis police say 3 people 18 and younger were home at the time, including a 2.
And that's the thing. Like, when you have teenage blacks in your house, that's dangerous. Because think about it. If some other teenage blacks know that they're in there and there's a dispute, or even if they're online talking and, something said online, like you're sitting right next to your 18-year-old fucking nephew and shit. And he's got his phone. He's tweeting like, fuck the ops, smoking pack or whatever the fuck he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And like,
and that's in every city and state. That happens in every city.
Yeah. They be like, where you at, cuz? And he'd be like, drop your Addy. He'd be like, oh man, I dropped the Addy 313 Park Village Way, man. And then it's like, and I'm telling you, there's a 90% chance when that happens that somebody's gonna come through, shoot the house up. Like, I'm telling you, sons may not fucking be prompt or on time. You know how you got the thing, son people time, black people time, or black people always late, or they never take a minute. If you tell them where you at and you got beef, they come
on time and anytime.
They'll be there.
Yeah, but this is Memphis, right?
Yeah.
So can you imagine if there had been, like, let's say a squad of like 6 tough cops in plain clothes that could have rolled up on them at any moment?
Yeah. That would have been great, man. Yeah.
3 people 18 and younger were home at the time, including a 2-year-old child. By the time it was over, a 16-year-old was grazed by a bullet and taken to Le Bonheur Children's Hospital. The teen is expected to be okay. We stopped by the home Friday, and a family member says they are unsure why they were targeted, and they just moved to the area. Not only did MPD...
What language is she speaking? Hold on, man. What the fuck? Somebody translate this for me. I'm really good with this stuff, man.
Not only...
All I can think about is when remember y'all probably don't remember Saturday Night Live when Eddie Murphy was on there. He used to do buckwheat.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, but that's like whenever there's like a crime, don't they find the crazy son person who talks like that? It's got no teeth and shit.
Yeah, right? You ain't gotta find. You ain't gotta look.
They have subtitles when they do that usually,
Yeah, you ain't gotta look too hard, man. She was right there, man. Shit, they look like they ain't had to find her, man.
Not only did MPD recover dozens of spent shell casings officers say they believe came from an assault-style rifle, but they also found a handgun in the street. As detectives work to determine who's responsible, neighbors are outraged.
Man, look at the people in there cussing up. Man, god Damn, she not saying nothing nice. I can tell you that much.
To determine who's responsible, neighbors are outraged.
If y'all don't change this city is going to go to hell.
One neighbor.
Yeah, where's this at? Oh,
it's Memphis.
Okay.
Cities.
If y'all don't change this city, yeah, man, what's wrong with these people, man?
Change this city is going to go to hell.
One neighbor asked that we disguise her voice due to safety concerns. She says,
I thought the city wasn't in hell yet. Why she got to disguise her voice? The city isn't in hell. It can be
I just read a short clip about their complaints about the Scorpio unit, about how it was intimidating. Yeah, it would have intimidated this.
Yeah, and this is intimidating too.
As her voice due to safety concerns, she says she doesn't have an answer about how to stop the violence.
I feel sorry for the parents that got to go through that. No parent should have to lose a child. I feel for that, but we just got to do better.
Reporting in Parkway Village, Jordan James, WREG, News Channel 3.
We got to do better.
A man convicted of killing a tow truck driver in DeKalb County last year will spend decades in prison. A judge sentenced 26-year-old Victor Richardson to...
Judge Sean Deanna. Judge Sean Deanna. I know he was happy as hell when he saw that judge. He's like, oh, yes, I got a fucking sister. He must have did something wrong, man.
Hey, you stupid. So when you see that man.
What you do, son, man? Like, hey, man. What you do? Flirting with her some shit out, or what he did?
He that about to come up.
Yeah, he did. So he messed up somewhere because she gave him a two.
A man convicted of killing a tow truck driver in DeKalb County last year will spend decades in prison. A judge sentenced 26-year-old Victor Richardson to 50 years in the shooting death of Christopher Harold, an innocent bystander. Fox 5's Deidre Duke.
Of course, of course. They always, God damn. I mean, they're either shooting up a house full of people because one person made them mad, or they fucking shooting at somebody at the fucking outside the after hours spot and hitting people that had nothing to do with it, or they're fucking shooting at somebody else and hitting fucking some tow truck driver fucking doing his job.
To 50 years in the shooting death of Christopher Harold, an innocent bystander. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes was in court for today's sentencing. She's live with the details. Deidre.
Now, Richardson has no prior criminal record. His attorney asked the judge for leniency, but after weighing the evidence, she gave him the maximum sentence.
First and foremost, I'm so sorry for my actions.
Oh my God. You supposed to get up there and be like fucking Denzel Washington or goddamn Lou Gossett Jr. Be like, Your Honor, I really like he's still trying to be cool and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, shit, man. I fucked up, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I mean, nah, nigga, you supposed to fucking throw all that shit away, man. Fuck with them niggas in the joint thing, man. Articulate that shit, man. Be fucking
right now
bad.
he's supposed to be kissing ass and all type of shit.
Yeah, he up there like, you know what I'm saying, man? I mean, yeah, I guess I feel good, but I mean, I ain't mean to do that, but you know, I guess I got to. Like, he trying to be cool and shit, man. You supposed to make her be like, that could be my son. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. My little bro did that too, but he kind of went out like that when he was in court, nigga. But he was young as shit. He was like 16, 17 when he got...
I get 16, 17, but this guy's fucking 29 or some shit. He goes to just get up there and be like, man, be eloquent, man. Turn on that fucking 10th grade education, man.
First and foremost, I'm so sorry.
And look at his lawyer, Bobby Brown and shit. God damn it, man, you wasn't going with lawyer Bobby Brown.
I'm so sorry for my actions.
Victor Richardson read a statement in court before Friday's sentencing. He apologized to Christopher Harold's family for taking his life.
A loving man who passed away, Christopher, did not deserve it.
He's reading. Oh shit. Yeah. That's what he did. Yeah, you were supposed to not speak. You were supposed to turn to them And if you can't look them in the face, look at the wall behind them and be like, I'm so very sorry. I know what I did was terrible, and I know you'll never forgive me. And I think about it every night. There's not a day where I go by where I don't think about what I did that night and how I ruined everything for that man. I'm so very sorry. If I could take it back, I would. It haunts me. I hate myself for what I did. And just you know what I'm saying? Like
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? They train you like some sons train you when you in a joint when you go into court. They train you on shit like this. Like, bro, act like this. You got they tell you this shit.
Yeah, this nigga got up there red. He ain't make no eye contact. He can't even read. He ain't even reading good. He act like he don't care. And which he probably don't.
His own words.
He probably don't though.
A loving man who passed away, Christopher, did not deserve it. His life did not deserve his life to be taken by shellfire.
Richardson testified during the trial. He told jurors he was arguing with Harold's employee over money, never meant to shoot the tow truck driver, and feared for his own life when he opened fire at a busy Chevron gas station last May.
I'm mad as hell. I'm angry. But I do forgive you.
The victim's
wife. She does forgive him. Oh, that's good. She forgave him, man. And so she said that was good. Sisters will forgive you. It's funny the shit sisters will forgive you for. They forgive you for killing their husband. They won't forgive you for sitting in their favorite seat in the church pew. She come to church and you sitting in her seat. Oh Lord.
Well, it depends on what the insurance payout was, right?
Yeah, man, this shit crazy, man.
Chevron gas station last May.
I'm mad as hell. I'm angry. But I do forgive you.
The victim's wife and other family spoke in court. They asked the judge to impose the
God damn, there was some billions, man, walking out of there, man. Ain't nobody missing a meal. I'm telling you, man. I want give these people that real races that when you got to scratch and claw for every meal. I'm talking about ain't nothing guaranteed. Every morsel is fucking, you know what I'm saying? like you got
what the fuck
Is that her natural hair color?
Nah, but black folk throw away a lot of food too, man. Black folk, you go black person house, man. I'm the same way too, man. Black folk will make fucking, let's say you make like 6-7 eggs that morning, scramble 6-7 eggs. Black folk might eat like a quarter of that, throw that shit away, man. Make like 10 pieces of toast. Black person might eat 2 pieces of toast, throw that shit away. Black people be throwing shit away like a motherfucker, man. Talking about racism, man.
I don't think these women have thrown much food away.
Make these people earn that shit, man. Every time we see black people, they fat.
Other families spoke in court. They asked the judge to impose the maximum sentence. Richardson's mother begged for leniency.
I'm so sorry for you guys' loss in every conceivable way, But Victor wasn't shooting at him.
The Cam County Superior.
That makes it worse, though. That makes it worse. That makes it worse.
I'm so sorry for you guys' loss in every conceivable way, But Victor wasn't shooting at him.
The Cam County Superior Court Judge Shandina Morris sentenced the 26-year-old to 50 years in prison, saying the evidence presented during trial clearly showed he put several lives at risk that day.
There were numerous
I thought he was older than that.
opportunities for you to make other choices than the one that you did.
50
Now,
years.
Mrs. Richardson had mixed reaction as Mrs. Harold rather, had mixed reaction as she left the courthouse today. She said she is glad that Richardson received 50 years in prison, but she says that she believes he should have gotten life in prison because she said he took a life. In DeKalb County, Deidre Dukes.
Wow. Let's go to the main event, man. It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot. a lot going on.
Live, local, late breaking from WBAL TV 11. This is a special report.
Good evening, I'm Andre Hopkins. We come to you with a special report on that mass shooting that killed 2 young adults and injured 28 other people in South Baltimore.
Just think about that, man. This should be like everywhere. You should be able to like be like in the fucking grocery store and like people in the next aisle should be talking about it. Or like when you go to check out, the cashier should be like, "You heard about that shooting in Baltimore today, baby?" You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what city you in.
I mean, this is how many people got shot in Chicago over Juneteenth?
It
was like, huh?
It's funny.
Yeah, it was like 22.
No, and then it happened again, right? They had another mass shooting there, and then this one. I mean,
Can I ask the question? Is this all 30 in one area? Like
this one shooting.
Oh shit!
Let me play. Let me
it was a party.
Live, local, late breaking from WBAL TV 11. This is a special report.
Good evening, I'm Andre Hopkins. We come to you with a special report on that mass shooting that killed 2 young adults and injured 28 other people in South Baltimore. 11 News reporter Kyrie Stewart is live in Brooklyn at the scene of the deadly shooting. Kyrie, what can you tell us right now?
Andre, this is really unbelievable when you think about it. 30 people shot, ages 13 to 32, 13 years old. That's the youngest one. Like you said, 2 people are dead. 14 out of all of the injured are minors. And at last check, police are still looking for at least 2 suspects. Now, I'm going to step out of the way right now. Well,
nobody in custody. Think about that, man. There's no fucking body in fucking custody.
That's scary.
It's they still don't got the guy from the Chicago shooting. The one he was just the Juneteenth one where 23 people got shot. They don't have a suspect for that. No one's in custody.
That's scary, man. It's like that person could be doing the same shit right now at another party.
It's just it's mind-boggling the bandwidth the black community has for this shit, man. Like, God.
Okay, so this happened during a block party here at the 800
block. What? A black party?
The way right now. Well, okay, so this happened during a block party here at the 800 block of Gretna Court in the Brooklyn community here in South Baltimore. Police say that just after 12:30 this morning, they got a call of a shooting here. Some residents said that it sounded like fireworks. And when police got here, they said that there were several victims. They said that an 18-year-old woman was already dead. 9 others were taken to area hospitals. Around 20 others, ranging in age from 13 to 32, arrived at hospitals on their own. One of them, a 20-year-old man, died. Now, police say that all but 9 of those victims have since been released from the hospital. They said that a few are still in critical condition. And right now, police are looking at surveillance footage and talking to witnesses.
Shout out to Baltimore, Johns Hopkins Trauma Center. Shout out to all the trauma surgeons in Baltimore, man. Because it would have probably been more black people dead if it wasn't for y'all, man. Y'all the real MVPs, man, of this situation, man.
Hey, Baltimore, where the doctor said that they're tired and shit. Of like,
yeah, he tired. That motherfucker exhausted.
Golly, 30.
Yeah, but even more would have been saved if the doctors had been black.
Yeah, that's true because that matters. When you're fucking coming in there bleeding to death, it matters what the race of the doctor.
State and federal agencies helping in the investigation. The mayor and others held a press conference earlier this afternoon, and they called this a horrific shooting and said that this has really shaken our city to the core. Take a listen.
This was a reckless, cowardly act of violence that has taken 2 lives and altered many, many more. And as I said earlier, we will find those who are responsible, and we will not stop until we do so. Again, this tragic incident is another glaring, unfortunate example of the deep issues of violence in Baltimore and Maryland and this country, and particularly gun violence and the access to illegal guns.
So he's still talking about it's the guns.
And just take a live look at.
They elected an 18-year-old for a mayor.
Now he's a former woke city council. Like he was super woke.
Yeah, they're done. I mean, I took a look at that guy. I said they're finished. They're done. They're done. Yeah. They're finished. That city is absolutely stick a fork in it.
Particularly gun violence and the access to illegal guns.
And just take a live look at the scene right here. You know, supposed to be a fun-time event. See flip tables, overturned chairs, a popcorn maker and cotton candy maker. Again, a fun event that turned into chaos. Now, of course, we're going to have more on this tonight on the news at 10 and 11. But for now, reporting live here in South Baltimore, Kyrie Stewart, WBAL TV 11 News.
Kyrie, thank you. Reporting on that deadly mass shooting in Brooklyn. 2 young adults killed, 28 others injured, half of whom are minors. We continue to update the WBAL TV app and the website as soon as updates are available. Turn on push alerts to be among the first to know any new information. We, of course,
they've had enough of the shootings and they need support. That's why the city has brought in resources just 12 hours after it happened, and they're going to stay here. They say they'll have a presence here for the next 45 days in hopes of helping this community heal.
No, the presence is not to help the community heal. The presence is to fucking make sure whoever the retaliations that are inevitable, the back and forth retaliations between whichever rival crews were shooting at each other, to make sure that they police that shit. They're not there to fucking help the community heal. You can't help these people heal, man. These people are fucking dead inside.
Is just 12 hours after it happened, and they're going to stay here. They say they'll have a presence here for the next 45 days in hopes of helping this community heal.
People can't keep killing each other. It was a block party.
Debbie Campbell was one of many Brooklyn neighbors who heard the mass shooting.
I kept hearing pop, 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 and I thought at first fireworks, but it didn't stop. It just kept going. I was like, this isn't right.
30 people shot. 18-year-old Aaliyah Gonzalez and 20-year-old Kylis Fagbemi killed.
It was mostly
Aaliyah Gonzalez. She looked like she black. Don't she look like a sister? Aaliyah? Maybe she's got a Spanish last name.
She looks like a sister.
Yeah.
Aaliyah Gonzalez and 20-year-old Kylis Fagbemi killed.
It was mostly kids over there last night. I don't really think it was many adults over there, for real.
12 hours after the incident, and a coordinated neighborhood stabilization response permeated Brooklyn, providing healing resources with a priority on mental health for the dozens who saw what happened.
It's just sad, and it's sad. And
if those people in that van, in that bus, are not armed, they're not going to do any good.
Well, they have police. The police are going to be stationed over there for a while, and that'll cut down on the shootings.
Mental health for the dozens who saw what happened.
It's just sad, and it's sad. And we hope
She looks
that
like that lady from
together.
Monsters Inc.
She looks like the music next.
Hey,
next booger, man.
He does look like that shit.
For this community, because it has been defiled for a long time. It needs help.
I came here in 1992. It's the worst as I ever seen them.
She been in the project since 1992. Jesus Christ. And listen, I get it, man. The bootstraps, man. And you don't say that. That's racist. You still, man. Like that's like fucking 30 years. You could have pulled at least one bootstrap up.
Real shit. I was 12 years old. 92. Damn.
Yeah. God damn.
In 1992. It's the worst as I ever seen in my whole life.
Resources for people like Yvonne Booker. She's lived here 3 decades and says the violence has reached a breaking point.
It's kind of hard for me. I'm a mother. They need to stop. It's too much. I've did so many funerals in this community. It's too much.
In the name of Jesus.
As remnants of the
There's gonna be a shooting next week. Y'all talking about in the name of Jesus.
God, man. And listen, man, there's no solution, so why not? I mean, it's not like they're why they ain't doing the solution? Why they doing this and not the solution? Like there's no solution. It don't matter.
As remnants of the block party remain, people here are praying for a miracle to end the gun violence.
I lost my son, walked out the house and got shot instantly. So I understand how parents feel right now, because I've been there.
Again, police believe more than one person was behind a gun in this incident. If you know anything, you were asked to call authorities. Live in Brooklyn, I'm Tommy Clark, WBAL TV 11 News.
Tommy, some of the emotions in Brooklyn tonight. Stay with 11 News for updates on this developing story by downloading the WBAL TV mobile app. Turn on push alerts to be among the first to know any new information.
So Kylis, Fagbemi, and Aaliyah.
They just keep on voting for it, though. And they vote for worse and worse, too. It's not like they just, vote for the same level of terribleness in their mayor. They get a worse one and then a worse one. This guy looks like he's just going to let them all kill each other. That's what this guy looks like.
Yeah, well, that guy, he calls them cowards often. Like he's often in those press conferences he does like every other day. They're shooting, calling them cowards. I will give him that.
Calling them cowards, but there's no like heavy duty militarized police response, like some armored vehicles, and really, they're gonna. The worse it gets, the worse the response is gonna have to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gonzalez died in that shooting. And right now, Metro Crime Stoppers is offering an $8,000 reward for information leading to an arrest.
30 people were shot, and the reward is $8,000.
It should have been 80. It should have been 800,000.
Listen, the two people that died were 18 and 20. Guess what? Those are two more son people that won't get to go to college, and it has nothing to do with affirmative action. Okay.
Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, man. Think about it. So, help me out? What's the math on that? How much is that per victim? 8,000, 30 victims divided by 8,000. Yo, man, like you said, man, it should be 800,000. Should be like like shit, like Powerball numbers.
Real shit. Where's the GoFundMe on this?
Shit.
And no one's talking about this. No, I swear this is the first time I'm hearing this.
That's $266 per victim.
$266 per victim. Yo, $266. Man, salute to Jerome B. He says the politicians and mainstream media will blame this on the gun if they talk about it at all. Nate Wade says, Mammy's children have no consideration. Mammy's children have no consideration over two gravitudes. Yeah, man. Facts, man.
Offering an $8,000 reward for information leading to an arrest and charges. But I want to step out of the way and just show you the crime scene right over here. We're hearing reports that this was actually a block party. And then, of course, with any block party, it's supposed to be a fun summertime event. But
come on, man. It's supposed to be this teeming with. Look at this place. I know a hood when I see a hood. I know, if you think on a regular day, you meet a girl who live around here. She got a fat butt, big old titties, and pretty face, and a little nice weave, and not too many tattoos, and you fucking holler at her on the phone, and you like, yeah, where you live at? And she like, I live in Brooklyn. We're in Brooklyn at such and such projects. When you coming over here today? You coming over here? Why don't you come over here? Yeah, man, you come over here.
especially when you know it's like this. Like hell no. Like nigga, I'll meet up with you somewhere else.
Yeah, man, niggas ain't. Listen, man, neighborhoods like this, man. Unless you like from that side of town and you've been going to school with niggas over here all your life, or you've been fucking, you know what I'm saying, around this shit all your life and shit, and you know the area or whatever, man, you ain't trying to go over there and see no fucking female, especially if she got a baby daddy, because her baby daddy, she be like, don't worry about him, he locked up. Yeah, but still though, bitch.
Wait a minute, I didn't know he was getting out today.
Yeah, it's like your family though. It's like, yo, it's just uncomfortable. I've done this plenty of times though. I've gone and seen girls in neighborhoods like this. That's how I know. It's
Me
very
too.
uncomfortable, man. It's just weird, man. It'd be like you be in there and shit. You be hearing like voices outside, niggas outside talking and shit, their conversation and shit. Like niggas out there talking, you listen to their conversation. What the fuck is they talking about? And then you like look outside and they standing near your car and shit. You like, man, I hope one of you niggas don't sit on my car, man. What do you think sit on my car, man? I had to say something to these niggas, man. And they just, you know what I'm saying? Because around here, niggas sit on the hood of your car and shit while they talking this shit, man. Niggas crazy, man.
Sadly, here it turned into chaos. Now, 2 people are dead, 9 victims are still in a hospital at last check, and police are still looking for at least 2 shooters. Overturned tables, scattered chairs, and more is what's left behind after shots rang out around 12:30 Sunday morning. This all happened at the 800 block of Gretna Court in the Brooklyn neighborhood in South Baltimore. Police say that an 18-year-old woman and a 20-year-old man died from their injuries. They've been identified as Kylis Fagbimi and Aaliyah Gonzalez.
9 additional victims were transported from the scene to local hospitals shortly after.
This police, he been on the job for 2 weeks, man. And it's been a hellish 2 weeks yet.
20 additional victims walked into local and regional hospitals with various injuries. Currently, we're still at 30 victims. Ages range from 13 to 32.
Investigators say that 15 of the injured are minors.
This tragic incident is another.
15 people under the age of 18 were shot in one foul swoop. How long would it take white America as a whole, not just a city, the entire glider stand of America? I'm not talking about like fucking accidental shootings. Another person shoots them. How long would it take glider stand America to get 15 teens shot?
I mean, I don't know the number, probably all year. I mean, I don't know the actual numbers, but
yo, think about that, man. This is one city, one night.
Glaring, unfortunate example of the deep issues of violence in Baltimore and Maryland and this country.
Mayor Brandon Scott said that we must wrap our arms around this community, but also emphasized his concerns about illegal guns in Baltimore.
The Baltimore Police Department has seized 1,345 illegal guns that were in the hands of people that should not have them, that had them anyway, because they're so easy for them to obtain. We will continue to hold those individuals who carry those weapons, who use those weapons in acts of violence like this one that we saw today, accountable.
Some residents raised concerns about the lack of patrols in this area during the event.
This was a
lack of patrols. That's their city councilwoman. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Their city councilwoman is blaming the police because there weren't enough police there. They knew it was a block party in a fucking Blackistan, and they ain't have enough police there.
Accountable.
Some residents raised concerns about the lack of patrols in this area during the event.
This was an unpermitted event, so our job now is to figure out when we figured out that this was occurring, what our officers did, and if we made mistakes.
This is unprevented. So these people didn't go to the police and say, "Hey, y'all, we having an event. Here's our permit. Can you station some officers there?" They just broke out the fucking folding tables and the goddamn popcorn machine and the fucking shit and said, "Hey, everybody, every fucking hood booger from here and wide, man, come down here, man.
Come on, have some gratitude.
Yeah, man. And no fucking pat downs. Like there's no fucking, because you can't tell the son man he gotta leave. So there's no like filter. Like everybody who comes is allowed. You can't. Nobody's get frisked. Nobody's turned away.
We'll fix them and move forward so this does not happen ever again.
Several state and federal agencies are helping the city with the shooting investigation. The mayor's Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement says that it's helping people here cope with this tragedy.
In this community, we will be having a presence focused on healing resources, coordinating city agency and community-based partner presence here.
Now officials are vowing to find the people responsible.
I hope these folks don't sleep well, because we're not going to sleep until we pull them up.
I promise you they sleeping well.
So $22 million. That's how much they defunded the police. 22 million, which probably in Baltimore is significant.
Oh yeah. That's a unit. That's not just like what you have to. So a police department has vice squads, they got gang unit, they got this unit, they got that, that you never see if you're just a fucking BLM protester, because you're fucking in the house at fucking 9 o'clock. So you never see at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning when they're busting these dudes on the corner and chase them through projects. You don't see none of that. So when you're protesting for defund the police, they have to cut certain units and certain task force in order to keep everything stable. So when they do that, fuck shit up, man. My God. So much more to go into this. Shout out to Massa, man. Massa, I thought to some people the police are race soldiers and not to be trusted. Yeah, until you shoot 30 of them, and then they're like, where the fuck you was at?
And back out here live. Police are still out here looking for evidence. We just saw a couple of officers walk by just a few seconds ago. There's still a lot of questions with this, and police did not say whether the shooting was targeted or random, but all of this still remains under investigation. But the big thing, though, is police are asking anybody with any information who may have heard or seen anything to give them a...
The likelihood of that is next to no. I want to show y'all something before I get to the city councilwoman, man. I want to show y'all something, man. And salute to everybody watching on Rumble. Salute to everybody watching on Ock Nation Gold. Salute to everybody watching on Ock Nation TV, man. We in the building, man. We got my man said Azor Scribe. Who was that again? Who was Azor Scribe? I think, how the fuck is that again? Anyway, man, shout out to Azor Scribe on Muramasa. Yeah. Muramasa says on Rumble, he says, if the shooter was white, there would be nonstop national coverage. Protesting, ranting, and raving, shaking my head. By the way, this is Murray Moss. Listen, man, I'm gonna try to find the national news story. I'm gonna try to find it, because there's no way there's no national news story. Salute to Sister Pizza Snacks too. Sister Pizza Snacks on Rumble says, "Holy shit, so glad to be in the USA." I guess she was talking about earlier when we were showing clips from Europe. I think she's probably changed her mind since then. But salute to Sister Pizza Snacks. Yeah, man. Listen, man. We got sisters out here. So this sister says, these are white supremacy going into black communities and doing this. This is the 5th or 6th mass drive-by, and they haven't found these people. They always seem to find the black shooters. Good, these people. Whatever.
What the hell?
But anyway, that's a thought that it's white people doing this because they never find the people, and white people coming into these projects and shooting up the shit because there's no suspect. So you know what I'm saying? If it was black, they would have found them.
There's also a big movement in Baltimore to completely abolish the police.
And it had 128 likes.
Yeah, this is a prevalent thought. Like this is mainstream. what she said. She didn't elocute it good, but and she said this is the fifth or sixth mass drive-by. No, about the 500 this year. So this one says, I totally believe you because it takes away from
if that had been gliders, you would have had like at least 50% kill rate. I mean, the guy. Remember the guy in Vegas?
Yeah, but these people, they don't think, like, they're not Ak Nation, so they don't understand the nuances of it. All they know is that racism, everywhere you go, under every rock. If you can't explain something, if you're stumped by anything, if someone inconveniences you, if the wait time is taking too long, if you call customer service and they say your wait time is 3 minutes, and you look at your watch and 3 minutes have passed, they heard my voice. They could tell I was black, and everything is you don't understand how black people are. These are regular black people. This is Instagram. This isn't like fucking Candace Owens, man. This is the regular black woman. This isn't even Brown Sugar or Miss Berry or any other black woman that comes up here. This is some fucking soul sister from fucking Baltimore who's on fucking Instagram at work while she's supposed to be working or some shit. Or she's supposed to be watching her kids and she on Instagram somewhere. This one says, I totally believe you because it takes away from all the mass shootings of the white people. We're not saying that there's not black on black crime still, but now they're calling all these killings in black communities mass shootings when they weren't even recognized as any shooting or any murder. So yeah, I'm obliged to believe the KKK has something to do with it as well, or white supremacy, or whatever you want to call it. Just like they did with the Wayne Williams in Atlanta, where they knew that the KKK had something to do with those boys' murders. That's the Atlanta child murders. But at the same time, they still charged Wayne, with all of them only knowing that he was guilty of 2.
And coincidentally, it all stopped when he went to jail, but that had nothing to do with it either, right?
This guy said he only did 2 of them. So at least you have that.
Well, yeah, I mean, they actually, that was in Mindhunters. They were just talking about it. It made sense that it would be him because it had to be somebody who was trusted in the community. It couldn't be some white guy driving up, rolling up with those kids. Wouldn't have worked.
And listen, man, I've lived in Blackistan. Drugs is the only thing that brings white people around, man. So this right here says, with all of them only knowing that he was guilty of 2, and they had wiretaps, they had inside information because one of the FBI had infiltrated the KKK. So don't tell me what they're not capable of. I believe it, and I'm not saying it's true, but it's not unimaginable. We have to start seeing and thinking the bigger picture. Yes, there's black on black crime every day, all day. But don't forget the things they do in our communities. Remember, they were coming in, looting in the communities when we were peacefully protesting, trying to make it look like we were burning down things. We have to hold them accountable for their actions as we hold ourselves accountable.
Well, that's true. There was gliders during the BLM thing. Doing that shit.
And sons, as we hold ourselves accountable, why is it so hard to believe that they infiltrate our communities in the darkness?
Because of the kill ratio, man.
This woman says, my black folks, this guy, he says, if there's more than 5 black people under the age of 25 standing around, there will be a shooting. You can count on it. It's like the 1st and the 15th. So if you're not trying to get shot, don't be anywhere where there's more than 5 young niggas standing around.
Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, man, there's some truth to that, man. Yeah, but this sister right here, she She dropped the mic on that, man. It says, so he says, this guy says, where were you when the late Dick Gregory said what she's been saying years ago? The Lord God equipped her with consciousness. He's talking about the woman who said this shit. When he formed her in her mother's belly, and God wakes her up every morning. How much more conscious and woke can she get? Satan's always attempting to offer people something they already have. Oh my God, man, these people are crazy. My God. It said, this guy says, let's see, America is 80% white and 30% black.
Well, so much for affirmative action and getting just letting you get past your grades and math.
Let's see, America is 30% black. Black on crime exists, but how can black on black crime be rapid? I think he means rampant. Unless you brainwashed by the media's stereotypical narrative that all blacks are bad and whites are pure snow. That's actually not what the mainstream media tells you. Tells you all white people are racist and unconsciously biased and black people are fucking victims. But anyway, this one says they will never believe because it makes too much sense. I guarantee you they had on masks, but someone got a glimpse of one and you know what color he'll be. These people really are on here to say, like, this is a real conference, this is a real threat. That's why I had to save it, because I was like, man, I can't fucking just come back. I gotta save this shit, man.
That's some delusional shit, man.
I'm just wondering who that crossover 10% is, man.
Yeah, I mean it's 110%. That's true though. Mama did say give 110%. This is, oh my God, man. Shit. Fucking Christ. This guy says, oh, this is sister. She says, I definitely agree with a portion of your comment. We have been brainwashed to go against one another instead of coming together. Because if we truly came together, the power we would have would be unmatched.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
I hear that shit all the time. That shit, I've been hearing that shit for years.
And that would send everyone except the black community into a tailspin in every sense of the word. Unite so we have the power and stop falling into the old trap. Oh my God, man. Y'all weird.
They ain't been to Jamaica. They ain't been to Haiti. They ain't been to Africa where it's all black folks. You feel me?
Yeah, man. Everywhere, man. Anywhere it's just black people. It's fucking chaos. It said this one says, yeah, I think this is a sister too, Jane. She says, now it may not be the case here, guys, but please let's not act like this doesn't happen in our communities or haven't happened. They are known for infiltrating our communities and organizations. Again, not saying this is the case here in Baltimore, but looking back at history, this is a tactic of theirs. So I see where this comment comes from. It's sad we are so quick to go against each other. This one says, black on black crime is a myth. Why don't they talk about white on white crime? The FBI crime table proves white on white crime is way worse. Yet no one talks about that. Explain why.
I don't see no white people killing out here where I'm at.
Well, he said the FBI statistics say white on white crime is way worse than black crime. Where Where do they get this stuff from? Talking. Black folk just talk. Black folk don't research nothing. So he probably heard somebody say that shit. Jesus Christ. These people are fucking insane, man. It's hard to, you know what? I grew up around these people and I've been privy to these conversations in real time. Like, my God, to know that they really talk like this, and this is not just fucking internet, it's actually, it just makes you. This one says, facts. Always some randomly shouting up a Always someone randomly shooting up a peaceful party with zero suspects. These crackers know how to look up black gatherings, etc., then shoot them up.
Dreadhead Kingpin 3.
Yo, black people are stupid as shit. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm black, but these niggas are stupid as shit. Like, they make us look so bad. Like, it's already bad looking on us. It's like, damn, hearing this type of shit, like, dude, it's just a son and Blackistan doing son shit. That's it. Like, why they making this shit hard and doing all this stupid shit, saying all this stupid shit, man? This shit's crazy, man. Wow.
Hold it down. Let me get some water, man.
So what y'all think, panel? Them gliders out here with the black mask killing niggas?
They wish, bro. They wish.
He should know better. He should know better than that. He looked like he been in a couple shootings himself. And you know it wasn't no white folks doing that.
Real shit. Real shit.
Well, I mean, okay, so all those like white supremacists, they're always taking target practice and everything, right? With high-powered rifles, and they're gonna come through and miss everybody, basically.
Yeah, they forgot about that. They forgot about that part. Whites who are notoriously good aimers, good shooters. If you ever been to a gun range, most whites know how to shoot.
Well, they gotta make it look good though. You know, we gotta shoot. Can't make it look too good. Feel me?
And then the whites came and shot and left all that trash, sneakers, and you know what? Sometimes I think that the niggas that actually go out and shoot, they're more logical than the black population in itself. They're even worse than the killers. I seem to think that they even worse. They're worse than I think in the black community, the absolutely worst people are the ones that are not the drug dealers, the shooters, the killers, and stuff. They're even worse than the criminals, because the things that come out of their mouth and mind is mind-boggling, bro.
And what they vote for too.
Oh yeah, they're just totally delusional.
So y'all think it's a solution, fellas?
No, that society just needs to. That society is just going to be broken. That's just how it is. But if you look at the migration shift, the rise of other ethnic groups, the black population, it's going to be destroyed. I mean, most of the influence in the West is already being destroyed. Then you look
I
at
don't think so.
Oh yeah, the West.
No,
The
I'm
West,
saying I'm talking about the Sun people. I don't think the Sun people is gonna get destroyed. I don't think so.
Oh, Sun people's on the move, bro. They're on the move from the West to the Midwest. They don't really have strongholds like that like they used to years ago. They're starting to shift and go back. A lot of them are going to the South, and it's not what it used to be, bro. You know,
There ain't no solution for black folks, man.
No, even you look at even in a strong, you would think a strong place like Harlem, where they used to be wild strong. It's not like that no more. Harlem is like mostly Africans, Spanish people, like Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, and the blacks. They mostly
Yeah, but New York is like a melting pot though. But I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but Harlem used to be like heavy black, but now it's like
but the American population, the American black population in New York, they like push more towards the projects. That's where they at. But when it comes to them brownstones and inside the city in itself, they're not there like that. And even in
real shit, that's how it is in Boston right now too. Like,
you're in Boston? Me
What's up?
too. I'm in Boston
Yeah,
too.
for years, like OP and all those like projects, like
yes,
and they start like breaking them shits down and like doing townhouses. You seem like what's up?
You see what happened in Boston is we've had like 45,000 illegal migrants in the past 2 years alone, and you start seeing that they push towards like Roxbury's, like again the American population, they're towards the projects, and the ones that actually own homes they're old, they have no kids, so it's just a matter of time. You see what I'm saying?
So where are
Like
the
if
black folks?
No, I see what you're saying. I see what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Where are the
But
black folks going?
a lot of them are moving to the south.
Atlanta,
Atlanta, I don't know
Texas,
why.
Florida.
Texas, Florida.
Okay.
That's where they're going. And there's other people are just taking where they used to be. That's they say Hispanics mostly are taking that over, and this group, that group. Even the ones that are very intelligent that gets into the business world, when they get there, they're in competitions with like migrants with H1 visas from India. There's no hope for them, man.
Oh yeah.
But there's no unity. That's the problem. So I'm from the Caribbean side of
Oh,
Boston.
me too. I'm from the Caribbean too.
Yeah, so at least the Caribbean has a little bit of unity. You see what I'm saying?
You already know.
Americans have none. So I think the Caribbean neighborhood in Boston starts from I would probably say Talbot Avenue on up to go towards Mattapan.
Like back in the days, I would say like it'll be like Hyde Park, Mattapan,
Used to
Dorchester.
be, but they got bigger.
Yeah, of course.
They got bigger.
Of course.
That's act. Is that towards you? The guy Dre Head Kingpin 3?
Nah, I didn't write nothing in that comment.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
I see he wrote FBA. That's like a new movement that's out right now.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm like half FBA and shit, man. Half African, man. I mean, I guess if I say something they don't like,
they're gonna get on you, bro.
Yeah. But if I do something great, with my life, they're gonna claim me. So it's let's see. He says, you Africans, why the fuck you worried about the FBA business? He said, let's this one says, that is the narrative fed to the constituency day in and day out. And clearly it has worked. Literally every community has its own folks committing crime against its own folks. But the only community that's spoken of in the media in this manner are black people. They have been doing this since the days of chattel enslavement, intentionally causing distrust and hatred within our community as an attempt to keep us from coming together to create and maintain change. The first thing that needs to change is our mindset about our own. Then he comes back and says, when have crackers ever said to each other, stop blaming black people? Never. So we're in our right to blame them for whatever the fuck we want. A cracker kneeled on George Floyd's neck on video for 9 minutes, but they still blamed him for his death. Trayvon Martin was a minor that ran from an adult cracker man. The man chased him and killed him. They blamed Trayvon for his own death. 0.025% of Asians who were more qualified than black applicants, who scores nearly a perfect 1,500 on their SATs, but they were 300 points higher on their SATs than white legacy admissions, 200 SAT scores at Harvard. They blame black people, overturned affirmative action, Asian hate crimes are committed by over 80% white assailants.
That's a lie. That is the biggest lie, and that's wicked too.
Yeah, everything's been a lie though. And who the fuck did the white media show on the news in isolated incidents? Black people. So politely eat an eggplant emoji, old coon ass nigga.
Nah. That's so crazy. Yeah, that is so evil, bro.
Yeah, niggas just be saying shit.
You
And
know
they
the
believe it too.
as if you're not black, you got to put yourself in the position of like an old Asian lady, Asian man who got their ass whooped, beat up by a sun man, bro. Like, people have their parents get killed, they're maimed, all sorts of stuff. For you to say 80% of the crime committed against this group comes from blighters? Come on, bro. That's beyond evil.
When it's like 99% comes from sons.
Yes.
Facts. This one says, I had my 85-year-old barber suggest the same scenario. Years ago, I think there was a peaceful black protest, and captured on video was a white man breaking windows and creating havoc. His face was covered during his vandalism, but they eventually arrested and exposed him.
Oh no, you missed this one right here. You just missed something. He said something really told me. You go down a little. Oh my god. The demon is talking to him.
Something told me all the inner city shootings was really whites who painted on black faces and dreads and froze. Black people are incapable of doing that. Sarcasm. Wow.
Yo, send them. You need to send some clips to your show.
I ain't gonna do nothing. That shit ain't gonna change. This is you can't fix this, man.
No.
Scott Adams already said that. You can't fix this. This is unfixable.
He's right.
Wow. Unbelievable. This one says, girl, it has happened here in Chicago. They also spark violence during protests by starting fires when black people are protesting.
How about the looting and twerking?
Oh my God, man.
Yeah, like what world are they living in?
Wow. Well, hold on. The councilwoman feels the same way. The councilwoman feels the same way. She believes that it's also the police's fault. It's not saying that she believes this. She probably believes this, but she's right. No, she can't say that. But she thinks that if the police was there, none of this would have happened. So yeah, she's is her Felicia Porter. She's just updating the people on here. Man,
you ever been to this place?
What, in Baltimore? I don't go to Baltimore past the harbor, man. I'm from DC. DC is a whole. DC is in Baltimore. They're not like you think they would be. Like people don't like know each other and shit.
They got a community. They got a Caribbean community in DC.
They don't. Yeah, definitely. But they don't share culture. Like DC slang and Baltimore slang is so different. Their swag is different. Their drip is different. The girls' hairstyles be different. Everything different. And nothing the same.
I drove by these places, but I've never been in them.
Wow, yo. It's this woman, this She's saying those who wish to remain anonymous may utilize the Metro Crime Stoppers tip line 1-866-7 lockup. You may also text tips to Crime Stoppers Maryland website. Don't hold your breath.
I wouldn't do that if I lived in that area. You get smoked, bro.
Yeah, it's insane though, man. I mean, that she literally. I'm about to play the news clip. She literally said that it's the police's fault. God damn, woman is sick. Let me pull that up now. Unbelievable.
Is that how she spelled Felicia? That's her name?
Yeah, Felicia. Isn't that how you spell it? F-E, yeah, it's an F. But you know, that's her. It ain't her parents named her that shit. It ain't her fault. Yeah, man.
Like Felicia.
Yeah. Let me see something.
We know 2 victims are dead this morning because of this shooting. We just learned their ages moments ago. We learned that one of the victims, 18-year-old woman, the other one is a 20-year-old man, both dead now because of this shooting. We know 28 more people are hurt because of this shooting. Now, we don't know a whole lot about those victims at this point, but we do know that this all unfolded during a block party here in the Brooklyn neighborhood in South Baltimore. A couple neighbors told me they were having a blast. It was a good time until it ended in tragedy and gunfire. And you can see that
they were having a blast, all right.
This is still a very active scene here this morning. This is 6th Street and Audrey Avenue. This is actually a couple blocks over from where the shooting happened, but the shooting scene really spans blocks at this point as police try to comb through evidence and try to piece together how this all happened. Police say they responded to the 800 block of Gretna Court at 12:30 this morning. They say they found that 18-year-old woman dead on the scene. Medics took 9 more people to the hospital. That's where the 20-year-old man died as well. 20 people walked into hospitals all over the Baltimore area. Again, we know that 2 people are dead this morning and 3 more people are in critical condition fighting for their lives. Police do not have a suspect at this point, and they're asking anyone with any information to please give them a call.
Treat this as if it were your family and how you would want people to treat it if you were mourning, if this was your neighborhood, if this was an event in your community that this happened at. We want you to treat it that way because that's how we have to treat each other as Baltimoreans.
And that was Mayor Brandon Scott at a press conference about an hour ago. Now, police say that they're actively looking through video, trying to figure out who did this and why. We're expecting to get more updates throughout the morning as this is a developing situation, and we promise to bring you those updates on air and online as soon as we learn more. For now, reporting live here in South Baltimore, I'm Brianna Ross, WBAL TV 11 News.
All right, thanks so much, Brianna. And as she was mentioning, 2 dead, 28 others injured after this mass shooting in
where the fuck is that video where she with a fucking goddamn councilwoman said that shit. Let me just play this one.
Breaking news overnight, a mass shooting in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah, yet another shooting. Multiple deaths reported with dozens of people injured. A large police and emergency medical response at the scene, as you can imagine. ABC's Ike Ajachi is in Baltimore right now. Ike, good morning.
Good morning. It's a tragic start to the 4th of July weekend here in Baltimore. 2 people dead and 28 others injured from this shooting. All this as law enforcement officials were already on high alert for that typical surge of violence that we see on holiday weekends.
I got 1 chest wound in and out both sides.
Need a medic. Overnight, chaos in Baltimore after a mass shooting that left 2 dead and 28 injured.
For the record, we don't have control of the scene. We don't have control of the scene.
Gunfire erupting as hundreds gathered for an event in the neighborhood of Brooklyn Homes. Witnesses saying they heard as many as 30 shots, according to local affiliates. Police say an 18-year-old woman was pronounced dead at the scene.
I need somebody down here, okay?
9 people transported to the hospital, 20 more went to the hospital on their own. 1 man was later pronounced dead, and 3 victims are still in critical condition.
This is an extensive crime scene. Our detectives are going to be here quite a while.
Authorities have not released information about a suspect or a possible motive.
And we're going to be here until we find them, until we hold them accountable, until they are held accountable for the actions that they took, because we cannot rest until they do so.
Now, law enforcement officials say they'll be on scene here for a while investigating this massive crime scene. And as of now, no word on any suspect or a possible motive. Back to you guys.
All right, Ike Ajachi at the scene of yet another mass shooting. Ike, thank you.
So that's the only mainstream media I could find about it. That's the only mainstream media coverage of it. And look how they covered it. They didn't even talk. These 3 right here that usually talking about fucking every fucking. If this had been a Sunman, a degenerate Sunman with 75 arrests, was living in a shelter, was smoking crack, and he had fucking like got tased by a cop, all these people would have gave their fucking opinions about it. Nothing. Unfucking believable, man. Oh yeah, before I forget, there was a mass shooting in Kansas City too last night. A huge mass. No, Wichita. That would be Wichita, right? Yeah, Wichita. Wichita mass shooting. Let's see that one. Let's see that right quick. Make sure you guys take the $5 challenge. I think we got 11 people took the $5 challenge. Let's try to get some more people to take the $5 challenge. Support the channel. Wichita, Mayo Monkey's hometown.
Shout out Mayo.
Overnight at a separate mass shooting overnight at a nightclub in Wichita, Kansas. That left 7 people injured and 2 others trampled. The victims range from 21 to 34 years old. No one has died, according to local police. They say they have 1 person in custody with an investigation underway. Police did add that the shooting marks one of nearly a dozen incidents associated with this nightclub in the past year. Local officials now say they could suspend or revoke its liquor license as part of a security crackdown.
This is who we are. How fucking apropos is that? This is who we are, man. Facts, man. This is definitely who we are. Oh man. Let's see what else is going on with this thing, man.
Yo, what's going on? This is Mr. Fab, and I want a big shout out, man, to all Urban Central. The ARC, that's what we call it when we.
So this is the rapper Mozzie. He was arrested at this shooting last night.
Damn.
That was his concert. Mozzie. Not Mossy, but Mozzie.
He had just gotten out of jail too.
Yeah, man. That's how it usually works, man. These types of yeah, man. He just came home from the Fed. He just came home. That's how they say. He just came home. God damn it. Shit. His event was shot up. I don't know if he was responsible for it. I mean, look, man, that motherfucker. So many people done died in that rap beef he done had out there in Sacramento. He ain't done a day in jail for none of that shit. That's some man winning. This some man, his crew got like fucking How many bodies they got behind that beef? Gotta be like double digits, man. Whoever the fuck they,
There
huh?
was some dudes. There was supposed to be people. Some dudes like in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah, they got so many bodies, man. He raps about all of them. He clowns the ops and shit in his raps. And it's like, yo, this nigga hasn't done a day in jail for none of that. He winning. Yeah, man.
Some man for the win.
Yeah, exactly, man. I'm trying to find the story on.
I'm just here to do what I do best, and that's pay my due diligence. Mozzie
Pay my due diligence.
and that's pay my due diligence. Mozzie had a show in Wichita, Kansas today, and there was a shooting that left 9 injured, and he was actually apprehended and arrested because a witness pointed his vehicle out as being the main suspect in the shooting. This is a photo from earlier that day.
Looks like a looks like hey man, looks like a nice bunch of guys, man, right? Wholesome bunch of guys. No way they could shoot somebody. No way, right? No way.
Well, yeah, earlier that day, which is within the past 24 hours. And as you all can see, he's actually wearing the same attire that he was wearing when he was actually apprehended and arrested in regards to the shooting that occurred at a city's nightclub in Wichita, Kansas. Shots were rung out in the parking lot. Like I said, it left 9 injured. This investigation is underway. Mozzie was taken into custody. Now they're saying there's a possibility he can be released within the next couple of hours, but he is on federal parole as well. But I highly doubt that Mozzie and his entourage were the suspects in this incident because, like I said, this is Wichita, Kansas, and I highly doubt when he went out there, he was under the impression that he was going to be involved in a shooting, right? Okay, like let's be realistic. So like I said, this investigation is underway. I'll keep you all updated as this story unravels. This just happened. I mean, I want to say about maybe 2 hours ago. So like I said, I'm here to do what I do best, and that's pay my due diligence.
What does that mean to pay your due diligence? I never
have
heard that one.
Why would she doubt that he might have been involved in the shooting? This is so
But she's a sister. She's
There's
a
no-
sister. Did you just hear the last conversation thread that I read to you? She's a moron. Being a sister is literally equivalent of being retarded. Like functionally retarded though, because they do, like, you see them operating in the fucking world. Like they're just a functional retard. Oh man. Just oh, they got footage of the mass shooting in Baltimore. Okay, let's see that.
Nikki, in that surveillance video, you can see dozens of people running through the street. At one point, they're actually ducking behind cars that are parked on that roadway. Now, police tell us tonight that at least 9 victims remain in the hospital. The other victims have since been released. They tell us at least 15 of those victims are under the age of 18. Police really hammering down that message tonight that they will not sleep until they find the person responsible for this shooting. And I do want to warn our viewers, what you are about to see and hear might be disturbing. New surveillance video shows dozens of people running through the street after shots fired in a Brooklyn neighborhood. An $8,000 reward now on the table to help police track down the killers of these 2 victims, 20-year-old Kylis Fogbemi and 18-year-old Aaliyah Gonzalez.
If there's anybody near Ambo with a white sheet that's available, I'm going to need it.
Police now releasing the ages of the 28 surviving victims of Brooklyn's mass shooting. 13 are 18 years or older, 15 are 17 years or younger, and the youngest victims are 2 13-year-olds.
Going to need it.
You're muted.
2 13-year-olds, 1 14-year-old, 3 15-year-olds, 5 16-year-olds, 4 17-year-olds. Jesus Christ. 5 18-year-olds, 3 19-year-olds, 1 20-year-old, 1 22-year-old, 1 23-year-old, 1 31-year-old, and 1 32-year-old.
They got the whole demographics.
13 are 18 years or older, 15 are 17 years or younger, and the youngest victims are 2 13-year-olds.
Gonna need several more rolls of crime scene.
A block party turned into a nightmare early Sunday morning after police say 2 gunmen opened fire on a crowd of people on Gretna Court.
Anyone who has a gun it's in that area is a potential suspect.
The crime scene stretched across several blocks in the neighborhood. Dozens of shell casings littered the ground.
I know we got a lot of victims down.
This is the aftermath of utter chaos. Remnants of a celebration turned into tragedy. Trashed Solo cups, broken glass, and shoes left behind as people ran for their lives.
This is insanity. This cannot be the society that we are expected to live in.
Police say the event.
You don't live there, man. You ain't expected to live there. You live around white people, man. I mean, this is only what happens when you live around black people. Yo, you could live in a fucking trailer park where fucking everybody makes fucking $1,000 a year. You won't have one fucking shooting all year. Maybe if some guy kills his wife. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, nothing all year.
Yep.
Cannot be the
These people right here, they about to tell you poverty got something to do with it, probably.
For their lives.
This is insanity. This cannot be the society that we are expected to live in.
Police say the event was unpermitted and they have not said whether or not the shooting was targeted. Neighbors tell WJZ off camera there were no officers patrolling the area during the time of the party.
This was a reckless, cowardly act of violence that has taken 2 lives and altered many, many more.
At a press conference Sunday, Mayor Brandon Scott says state, federal, and local partners are on scene working to figure out who pulled the trigger.
I hope these folks don't sleep well because we're not going to sleep until we pull them off.
And police again are asking if anybody has any information to come forward and bring it to them.
Fucking savages. Fucking savage beasts. Fucking goddamn savage animals.
They said unlicensed party, meaning it was just a takeover. But the reason the police was in there was probably thousands of them all throughout the city, and they don't have the staff.
Yeah, this obviously crime in every single
Fox 45
Black Baltimore neighborhood. They can't even handle the fucking squeegee boys, man. It's just, golly, man, unfucking believable. These people are savages. Give me another city, man. Let's try to because I missed last night. This happened last night while we were live, man, and I felt bad that I actually missed it, man, because I didn't see it while it was live, man. But man.
And the weekend is not over yet. You got to understand, we got a long holiday weekend, so there's going to be a lot of sun shootings in the next 2 days, bro.
Yeah.
Tuesday, so most people are off tomorrow and Tuesday.
I didn't even know. Oh yeah, 4th of July.
This is a long weekend, so expect a couple of mass shootings.
So what's the day? Today's the 2nd, right?
Yes.
So they don't go to. Hold on.
Well,
so they're giving them Monday and Tuesday off?
Yeah, well, today is technically Monday, so it's the 3rd.
Today's Monday?
Yeah, it's 1 in the morning now. It's Monday.
So today's the 3rd.
The 3rd, and then tomorrow would be Tuesday. So most people have Monday and Tuesday off.
Wow.
If you have a good job. Most definitely Tuesday. So these dudes are gonna have a long weekend. It's gonna be mad soon these next 2 days.
Yeah, I don't know what day it is most time. I don't leave the house most days. Most days I'm taking my daughter for a walk or something, or we go in the backyard. Most days I don't go anywhere. I don't fucking leave the house.
That's a good decision, bro.
I'm just in the house. I mean, and it's just because like shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't be knowing what day it is most times. And then I do this every night. So like this kind of like messes up my consciousness of what day it is because I'm doing this at the end of one day into the next day, and then I wake up fucking 7 o'clock in the morning when my daughter wakes up. I might go to sleep at like 3, wake up at 7.
You're gonna be busy the next 2 days, brother. Chicago, all of that gonna get wild. Tomorrow and then the next day.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chicago finna light up.
Yeah, the shot, man. Yeah. Let me see what's Let me see. I haven't done Louisville in a while, man. It's been a while since I've done Louisville, man. Let's see what's going on down there in Louisville.
In this busy shopping center off her lane in Linden, 35-year-old Ashley Yates was shot and killed, leaving her family and loved ones in shock and disbelief.
Tons of anger. Tons of anger to have somebody take a person out of your life. Nobody has the right to do that.
Yates' brother, Andrew Thompson, says his sister was a loving aunt who was fun, carefree, and a hard worker. And despite life's challenges, he says his sister remained resilient.
I've seen her take some L's.
Okay, so she was half a crackhead. But what is it? What does that have? I mean, what does that have to do with it? Like a lot of people are half a crackheads and they don't get killed. Who killed her? Was she a mud shark, a dirt dolphin, filthy fish? Chat, was this a filthy fish? 1, if this was a filthy fish, man. 2, if this is an all-American white girl. A glider.
Glider.
I don't know, man.
Filthy fish.
Because she looked like one to me. Oh, uh-oh. What's up, brown sugar?
Hey, what's going on?
Is this a filthy fish or all-American glider queen?
I don't know. Hold on, let me mute my TV.
Oh, you watch it on TV? Damn, she watches Our Nation on TV. Yeah, man, we big time now, man. So yeah, let me see.
And loved ones in shock and disbelief.
I've seen her take some L's, some losses that would sit somebody down, and she kept her faith, and she would say, hey, God's got me, and she would just keep on ticking.
Just before 8 Friday night, Yates' life ended tragically. The family believes she was likely leaving her job when she was killed. Yates was shot multiple times here in West.
Uh-oh, they got bullshit on the scene. That's a bad side. Context clues.
Yates was shot multiple times here in Westport Village's parking lot. She was rushed to the hospital, but later.
Yeah,
Her voice pretty.
Oh no, I mean, yes, don't get me wrong. It's just when they use the sun system as the reporter, man.
Yates was shot multiple times here in Westport Village's parking lot. She was rushed to the hospital, but later died.
She was doing so good. And for her to be taken away after she started doing so well, really, it was unbelievable.
So far, no arrests have been made, but Thompson says he believes his sister was targeted. He hopes those who are grieving this sudden loss will also celebrate her life.
I just want everybody to think of her and smile. There's no reason to be sad for too long.
Jamie Mays.
Damn. That's fucked up.
She must was on drugs for real.
So
yeah.
somebody,
Yeah. Hey.
I don't know. She was cute. I said cute.
No, she said she was
I didn't say
alright.
beautiful.
Okay. See that guy? She got a little Tina Fey, little crackish Tina Fey going on there, man. Let me see.
And this,
Yeah, yeah, she's a little crackish Tina Fey. Ain't nothing wrong
No,
with
she
that, man.
did okay right there.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, salute to her, man.
I would never thought drugs, period.
Yeah,
Looking
no
at her.
doubt. Challenges, man. She had challenges. Let's see. Oh man, wow. Jesus Christ, knocking them down.
The coroner has identified the man shot and killed in the Phoenix Hill neighborhood Friday morning. 34-year-old William Grant, who was shot multiple times, was found on East Muhammad Ali just after midnight Friday at the Dawson.
Damn.
no,
This is the roughest area in well, it's one of the roughest areas in Louisville, Muhammad Ali Boulevard. I mean, it's just like it's uncanny. If they name it after a sun word, it's going to be fucking goddamn shithole.
Oscar Manor Apartments. Grant was taken to the hospital in critical condition where he later died from his injuries. At this point, LMPD says they are still investigating but have not been able to identify suspects.
So no suspects in the white girl murder, no suspects in this person's murder, whoever the fuck it is.
That's an apartment complex.
Yeah, that's a big old complex,
Oh my
man.
God, I couldn't even imagine living over there.
Right. So many
That's
neighbors.
terrible. And I heard y'all earlier, that woman do not sound like me.
Oh, you know, you're her. Yeah.
I heard y'all.
Yeah, man.
We do kind of sound alike, everybody
people are in the
down there.
Yeah, y'all probably was friends back in Memphis, man. You ain't claiming it
Hell
like that.
no. I ain't
I
no
like the
girlfriend.
Memphis accent. I wish I had that accent.
No, you don't.
It sounds cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank
Two
you.
people are in the hospital after a shooting in the Crescent Hill neighborhood. This one happening around 6 o'clock tonight on Eagles Erie Court, which is just off Brownsboro Road. Officers found one victim at the scene. He was taken to U of L hospital and is expected to survive his injuries. Now, police tell us just a short time later, a woman showed up at U of L hospital for treatment. She, too, also expected to be okay. At this point, there are no suspects.
Damn, another. Yo, they
Nothing but
knocking
glider cops.
them down in Louisville, man. Louisville is on fire on the low. Let's see. Damn.
What that man talking about? That big white glider, that big white nerdy pedophile looking glider.
I think it's on horse race and shit. Hey, man. Yeah, Louisville, they having the air quality concerns too, like we are here.
Vicky, it's a security flaw exposed on TikTok and other social media sites, making it easy for thieves to break a window, get inside, and easily start a Hyundai or Kia. Juveniles are joyriding in those stolen models, which may be what happened to a Louisville woman left with a ruined car and no way to get to work. Christina Moore is a single mom with a 4-year-old daughter. On this day, her child was...
Of course, she's a single mom. And did they ever not say, listen, man.
Why they gotta always say that?
I think, let me tell you though, this brown sugar, they're proud of that. Listen, in Sunistan, those women wear that as a badge. I'm a single mom. That's not like, that's the internet.
Like, I don't want nobody to know that on the news. Just
You're
tell them
not
what the
one.
hell. Just
You're not
tell them
one,
what the
though.
hell happened. Just
But-
tell them what happened.
But if you were one, brown sugar, if you
I
were one,
wouldn't be.
yes,
I
you
wouldn't be
would.
proud of it.
You'd be like, I'm doing it all by myself. You
I
would.
wouldn't. Look. Let me tell you something. it wouldn't matter to me because I chose to stay. Yeah, I'm doing it by myself, but I wouldn't want to tell the whole world that my business. Like, I'm a single mom. Like, I don't want nobody to know that.
Well, you telling us your whole business, we doing a fucking report on you. So look at us. If we come here with our cameras, you better tell us something. Shit.
Christina Moore is a single mom with a 4-year-old daughter. On this day, her child was hula hooping just feet away from where 2 crimes were committed.
She's so cute.
Christina parked her locked car on the street outside her apartment. Thieves smashed her car window in an apparent attempt to steal the vehicle. Once inside, they busted the steering column and plugged into a USB port to get it started. But something scared them off. Christina had the window replaced. But a few days later, they returned, this time busting the newly repaired window and taking off.
I just wish these kids find something better to do with themselves, because I know it's nothing but nobody but kids.
If it was teenagers, they did some serious damage. Christina showed
taking it pretty well, ain't she?
She happy. Like, look at her smiling and just, I wish these darn kids would just, girl, what the hell wrong with you? She need to be acting like old girl in Memphis.
Yeah, exactly.
Clown
Man.
and mad.
2 days in a row they came into and get that window fixed was probably a $150 at least, man, if not more. And then did they broke it the next day?
Then you a single mom, got that child, got back and forth to work, and you put your sob store and GoFundMe account up there.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, somebody just sent me another story from Louisville. I'm gonna show that in a minute, man.
If it was teenagers, they did some serious damage. Christina showed us the broken glass from her window, thrown onto the grass outside her home. The next day, Louisville police informed Christina her vehicle had been found in the middle of the street with the doors open. The transmission was busted and the car was out of gas.
How do you bust the transmission?
How's she so happy about all of this?
You know what the transmission is? The transmission is the car. Like, if you don't have a transmission, you don't have a fucking car, man.
She works long hours. You see her right hands?
They busted transmission. Shit.
Doors open. The transmission was busted and the car was out of gas. Inside, there was writing on the seats, burn holes, and fingernail polish everywhere, according to the report Christina filed with LMPD.
That was her girlfriend.
No, Drake stole a car.
That was her girlfriend. Her girlfriend did that.
Oh, you think she's? Oh yeah, what's his name? Stunner did say it's an epidemic of dykes. Epidemic dyke down there. There's a lot of dykes there.
Yeah, they gotta be her girlfriend. Look how she's
car was out
too happy.
Out of gas. Inside, there was writing on the seats, burn holes, and fingernail polish everywhere, according to the report Christina filed with LMPD.
I know it's not an attack towards me personally, but it's an inconvenience, and it's a lot of money that comes out of people's pockets.
Think about this. When we talk about inconveniences, if a glider had inconvenienced her, let's just say a glider had, let's just say a glider had fucking parked in her space. Not even parked in her space. That's really inconvenient. Let's just say a glider had, like, she had gone to get her car serviced, and there's a glider behind the counter, and he didn't see her. He's back there shuffling papers, and he didn't see her. She was standing there for like 2 or 3 minutes. She would fucking take out her phone and fucking, I'm here, fucking Pep Boys and
I don't know. You think she act like that?
When they get inconvenienced by white people, they turn into a different person. I've seen it. There's somebody, and then when they get inconvenienced by a glider, they're a different person. They're not the same person they are. It's like that Snickers commercial where the person's when they get a Snickers, they go back to being themselves. When a son sister gets inconvenienced by a glider, they're not themselves. Press 1.
MPD.
I know it's not an attack towards me personally, but it's an inconvenience, and it's a lot of money that comes out of people's pockets.
Money this single mom could be spending on her daughter. Christina says the thieves even stole the child's car seat. All this comes at a bad time for a young mom who just started a new job, but is now with
got shoulders like me. I'm jealous, man. I need to fucking.
Good.
I need to start. Still though, man. Like I need to fucking start doing some goddamn lats, man. Or some shit.
Good. It's some females watching this right now that want her.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. She like 5'1". Fuck out of here. How do y'all like that shit, man?
job, but is now without transportation.
I said y'all, but you know, you said
y'all.
Don't group
me with don't group me with them women. I got a whole man next to me.
You said you.
I said it's some women that's watching.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted her. Okay, my bad.
You want that glider next to her neck. So don't play with me. You want to be on some punk shit.
I misheard you, man.
Car seat. All this comes at a bad time for a young mom who just started a new job, but is now without transportation while her insurance company decides on compensation. And while all that is tough to deal with, Christina says the worst part of being a victim of crime is the emotional toll it takes.
I cried a lot.
Did you really?
I did. I cried a lot because I just kind of feel like my space is invaded. And with me being a single mom with a baby, you know, it makes me feel like I can't protect her.
Hyundai and Kia recently unveiled software designed to thwart an epidemic of thefts of those vehicles. So far, though, it hasn't solved the problem. Data from 7 U.S. cities gathered by...
Jesus Christ, man. These people are fucking strange, man. Strange motherfuckers, man. This is another city. Oh, what the fuck is happening? Here. Oh, I think I did this one. I might have done this one, but
of all 3 suspects, police say murdered a Louisville pawn shop owner during a robbery.
We did this story. Okay, they caught their asses. That's good. We did this story.
The arrests of all 3 suspects, police say murdered a Louisville pawn shop owner during a robbery last month, brings some relief to his loved ones.
You guys be taking
This
it.
is terrible.
I know it was a son, man, that killed that fucking white lady in Louisville. I know it with my heart. Press 1 if you think it was a son, man, that killed that white lady that half a crackhead in Louisville, man.
1.
We always killing gliders, man. We stay killing gliders, man. God, dog.
The arrests of all 3 suspects, police say murdered a Louisville pawn shop owner during a robbery last month, brings some relief to his loved ones. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager talked with a relative about this latest news of the...
Shout out to DVK, man. He says, this is because you are relentless. Blessings on you and yours. Please tell us more blackface killer stories. Yeah, man. Look at these masks these white people wearing in their mugshots. They ain't even make the white people take their mask off in the mugshot. That's privilege, man.
Jatavon.
Jatavius.
Stephen, according to police, all 3 suspects were staying here in Dallas. Louisville police working alongside Dallas police to track down these 3 suspects just days before the victim's funeral.
We can begin to heal, and it will still take some time, but we are healing.
Friday was the first step towards forgiveness for Misha Gonzalez.
It's still maybe a little too early to say we forgive you, but we'll get there.
It's a little too early. You're already thinking about
this. Did I just ask this woman, do she forgive these people? That's evil.
Why? Yeah, I don't know if they asked her that.
I think they ask these people this and then
Really?
make them answer the questions on camera.
Oh my god.
I'd have been like, the
Yikes.
trial hasn't even started yet. The fuck you talking
Right?
about?
You just caught him, man. You just caught him. They ain't
I be
even
like, that's for me to know, not for you to find out.
shit, man. Salute to Eric S. Op Nation Hall of Famer coming through once again. Salute to Amber, man. She says for A. She said, "Oh no, this isn't. No, hold on. Let me see. Yeah. Salute to Amber, man. Coming through the $5 challenge, man.
We'll get there. All three suspects wanted in connection to her brother-in-law's murder are now in custody. Louisville pawn shop owner 54-year-old Daniel White was shot and killed during an attempted robbery on February 14th. For the last month, White's family waited for any updates.
It's been a whirlwind. We have good days, we have bad days.
Thursday, Gonzalez says, was a pivotal day. 19-year-old DeMonta Skinner, the last of the three suspects, turned himself into police.
Black Jay-Z, man. Goddamn Black Jay-Z that shot somebody, man. Shit.
He look like a killer. Look at his eyes. Soulless, evil bastard.
Yeah, you look like you haven't slept in a minute.
Suspects
Well, he been on the run.
turned himself into police Thursday afternoon. Skinner's younger brother, 17-year-old Denarian Skinner, turned himself in on Tuesday.
Denarian.
Both surrendered after police announced they had warrants issued for their arrests earlier this week and believed the two were staying in South Dallas. 18-year-old Jatevon Johnson was taken into custody on February 25th in Dallas. The three teenagers now all face capital murder charges.
As a mother of two young boys, I just can't even begin to imagine what those parents are going through, because I would be devastated. So
fuck their parents.
See, this is why y'all losing. This is why y'all get killed. This is why y'all die and no one cares. There you go.
Yeah, man, fuck their parents.
We want to lift up the families to the three young men.
On Valentine's Day, Louisville police say the armed suspects dressed in hoods and dark clothing rushed into the pawn shop as White was opening for the day. One of the suspects opened fire and shot White in the chest. The three suspects took off in a Ford Escape. White.
So they didn't even get shit. They just ran up. They basically killed him like an op. They ran up, shot him, got scared, and ran off.
Armed suspects dressed in hoods and dark clothing rushed into the pawn shop as White was opening for the day. One of the suspects opened fire and shot White in the chest. The three suspects took off in a Ford Escape. White died later at the hospital.
Just like drop to your knees, pain.
Pain, Gonzalez says, was felt through the community. Customers lined the Louisville pawn shop fence with flowers and stuffed animals.
It's not going to be the same. It's definitely not going to be the same here.
White devoted the majority of his life to his job at the pawn shop. He started working there when he was 16 and never stopped. White was also married to his high school sweetheart, Yolanda.
Man, we're going to miss him forever.
With all three suspects in jail, Gonzalez now says she's trying to picture future milestones like holidays and birthdays without the one who would always make everyone smile.
And Daniel's always there, and he's always so much fun. We always have so much laughter, and I don't know how those birthday dinners are going to be anymore without him sitting there with us. It's going to be a hard thing to get used to.
Smash the old dead man.
Why does he make you laugh?
Too soon. Now he actually cute. But no, I wouldn't care about them damn parents. I mean, why she even putting her child in the same category with those monsters? Like, why?
I'm convinced. Like, I'm just questioning a lot about gliders, man. A lot of stuff that I learned about gliders, I'm starting to revisit that shit, man. Like, y'all can't be. It's a few of y'all that was really awesome, invented a lot of shit and took over a lot of shit and created a lot of shit, innovated a lot of shit, and traversed the globe and shit like that. And the majority of y'all are fucking morons, man. It just is what it is, man. Y'all not like sun morons. Y'all morons in a different way. Don't get me wrong. Y'all not like sun.
Gullible. They're gullible.
Huh?
They're gullible.
Yeah. Y'all
It's just
different type
so
of
much
morons.
compassion for criminals. Like even the video before the girl, like they're just kids. And they just completely destroyed her life for that moment. And she's like smiling. They're just kids. What's wrong with these people?
Yeah, it's just weird, man. It's very, very weird. Very weird.
They know not to ask me anything. I'm gonna say I'm calling for the death penalty. I want them life in prison without parole. I hope the police beat your ass. I hope the CO beat your ass. I'm
Yeah.
saying all that on camera.
New Orleans, man. Let's do New Orleans, man. What's
Damn,
going
New
on?
Orleans.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody out here, man. Hopefully, y'all got the day off tomorrow, man. Do you have the day off tomorrow, Brown Sugar?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you have to go to work tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's see. Oh.
I
What
gotta
is
go to work
this?
tomorrow, but I got the 4th off.
Oh, okay. Sons, they having an Essence Fest down there. Oh. Oh, I gotta share my screen. Let me share my screen.
I'm like an Essence Fest right now. All these something.
Here we go.
On a panel tonight.
Vendors are a big part of Essence Fest. Some local businesses who aren't part of the official festival are still getting a chance to shine this weekend. Rachel Hanley is at an event in the CBD, and Rachel tells us what's happening over there. What's going on over there, Rachel?
Hey, Whitney, this is called Maroon's Black Marketplace. It's happening on Fulton Street right now. Things are starting to wind down, but there are still plenty of vendors set up out here. Basically, this is a pop-up market for local businesses. There's also things like panel discussions happening inside, and we've seen all kinds of things for sale.
No matter how you keep adjusting that shit, ain't nobody gonna buy that shit. You keep moving the products around. Nobody want your fucking candles, man. They can go to Bed Bath and Beyond and get that shit for cheaper, man. Look at her.
Still
She
plenty
back
of
there.
vendors set up out here. Basically, this is a pop-up market for
Look at
local
Moon Sheikah
businesses.
back here,
There's
man.
also things like panel discussions happening inside, and we've seen all kinds of things for sale today. There were candles, there were clothes, jewelry, bags, and as we said, things like inside at this restaurant Manning's behind me. And people who stopped by here say this marketplace is a way to see some more unique vendors.
What I like about it is that you can see the different creative that everybody's putting into it, from the clothes, from the candles, from the jewelry, from the food. It's all their creative. All of these entrepreneurs are coming together and they're just building this whole event that's going to keep going on and on.
Do we do what?
As you
Do
said,
black
Whitney,
people do anything other than candles and shoes and music and her? What? Why we never came out with some new
A car,
technology or something?
a
Like it's
computer.
always the same. A candle. I mean, damn. Can we do something other than that?
Nope. Because if we could, we would. Trust me. If some people could, man, we would, and we would throw it all in your fucking face and tell you how great we were for doing it.
And they're just building this whole event that's going to keep going on and on.
And as you said, Whitney, this isn't an official Essence event. That meant the organizers had to follow really strict rules. This past week, we told you about some controversy with a different event. Baldwin and Company Bookstore was planning something called Lit House at Essence. And under a city ordinance, it couldn't use the festival's name like that during this time. So Essence actually sent a cease and desist letter to the bookstore telling them to refund people's tickets to the event. The bookstore accused the city and the festival of being hypocritical since they were hurting a Black-owned business. Now, back here on Fulton Street, Maroon's Black Marketplace is planning on closing up around 7:30, but the
How's
organizer...
everything black? Y'all so fucking racist. And this woman could never say white. She could never show any pride in being white, ever.
They had their time to be prideful.
These types of markets is things that other ethnic groups do every single day all across America. They have them in Massachusetts. It's called Faneuil Hall. They hold it every Friday and Saturday. There's nothing
There's
special.
nothing special about what they're doing at all, but it's special for them because first off, no one got shot. So let's give them no, seriously, you gotta give them credit for that.
Listen, no one got shot.
Yeah, no one got shot.
I'm
So
very proud of them for that. Seriously.
Yeah. So I mean, like, there's that, and some ladies selling candles. So it's great, man.
Hoodoo candles.
Yeah, man. Oh, look, we got a camp showing youngsters a different path, man. That's what's up.
We have an update on a group of New Orleans young people learning to dream and dream big. We first met them about a month ago on the first day of their special summer camp at Harrell Playground. Paul Murphy caught up with them on their final day, giving back to the community.
Life is a journey, and the stops we make and people we meet along the way influence who and what we become. Lessons learned by these 9 to 13-year-olds who spent the lunch hour in the heat feeding the unhoused community under the expressway in New Orleans.
It's really me giving back to the community because it really makes me feel like all these people should get a second chance in life to do better.
The young people from Harrell Playground in the Carrollton neighborhood spent the past 5 weeks in a summer camp called Don't Stop Dreaming. We first met them at Orleans Criminal Court. Judge Calvin Johnson spent...
What you mean? That to the left, man.
Why they at the criminal court?
Yo, that went left real fast, man. What
Not
the
the university. No, just criminal court.
Yo.
Oh, they say this is the final destination for you, my friend?
Oh my God, man.
They need some white parents to oversee them for the next 20 years.
Yeah, man.
Don't turn them
Definitely.
loose with these Negroes.
Yeah, where Madonna at? Do Madonna got any more room? Ain't them black kids grown up by now? Madonna re-up on these black kids, man.
Chance in life to do better.
The young people from Harrell Playground in the Carrollton neighborhood spent the past 5 weeks in a summer camp called Don't Stop Dreaming. We first met them at Orleans Criminal Court. Judge Calvin Johnson spent more than an hour talking with them about courtroom procedures, the law, and what led him to a 33-year career on the bench. They also visited the state legislature and governor's mansion in Baton Rouge, received a proclamation from the New Orleans City Council, and spent a day at Xavier University.
I didn't grow up around a lot of black role models that are males, so really...
Why you snitching, man? Why you talking about us like that, man? You snitching because that's a Republican talking point.
Tell them what's going on, baby.
That's a Republican talking point, man. Yeah, man. Why you parroting fucking white supremacist talking points, man? This is not what this kid has been corrupted, man. They told him to say that, man.
I didn't grow up around a lot of black role models that are males, so really lifted my spirit when they had black role models that actually look like me. They inspired me to actually do something with my life and not just go out and be violent and stop the violence.
The camp.
Yeah, he gonna be violent. That kid gonna be violent, kid.
I hope not, Lord Jesus. Please don't be violent, kid.
I mean, just look at the conversation they talk. Like, these kids, why are they talking like this? I get it. No, to be honest, but why are they like? No other group of kids talks like this.
Yeah.
Has to. Let me put it like this.
Right,
has to, because these are kids. They're just because kids are honest. One thing about kids, like kids are honest as shit. So it's like it's just weird that this is
It's sad. Like they visit a college, they went to a criminal courtroom and they talking about they ain't got no daddy and violence. The other kids we talking about the professors and how they want to be a judge and stuff like that. It's just sad.
sad. A big bowl of sad.
What they're
Didn't
saying
grow
is
up around a lot.
what these kids are trying to say is that they never really seen no positive black people with any suits, ties that have these types of jobs. Nothing.
They had
Everything
Barack
around is white
Obama.
niggas.
But they're talking about in their regular life. They're talking about like they're there with these people. They're like they touching these people, shaking their hands. They're talking about like not on TV though. They're talking about they haven't seen this in.
They're gonna
You
have
know,
to get them a virtual role model. Go on YouTube, find somebody that you want to be that's really nice, and just watch their videos and follow them every day, and let them be their virtual daddy. It's a man on YouTube, for real. It's a man on YouTube, and he teach boys how to tie their ties and shave, and he's like a virtual daddy.
wow. Shit, man.
Didn't grow up around a lot of black role models that are males, so it really lifted my spirit when they had black role models that actually looked like me. They inspired me to actually do something with my life and not just go out and be violent and stop the violence.
The camp taught these kids even though violence may be all around them, they don't have to choose that path.
It made me have more dreams in my life and want to do better. Instead of be out here like other kids, jacking cars, breaking into cars.
Oh my.
I think he might actually do something in life.
He was like gonna be like a football player, like an NFL.
Yeah, he gonna be a football coach, and then I could
Even that's athletics.
I
Though,
gonna
that's
do a story in 15 years where he gonna have his own pee-wee team.
oh God, shit. He be married to a white woman. He gonna go to NFL, get married to a
He
white
might be
woman.
the next Suge Knight.
Yeah.
Damn next Suge Knight. Lord Jesus.
These kids, man, like their conversation is just so sad. What they deal with.
It's really sad.
Like, they it's their reality.
Everything.
When they leave here, it's almost as if like you have to like I would be sad at the people like these people that are like fucking taking them down here and shit because you know you gotta fucking send them back to their parents and shit. There it goes, and you know like everything you've done is going to be undone in like a day or two.
Yeah, man, they going back to the trenches.
They should have scared them. Like show them the criminal court. This gonna happen to you if you get caught. Like take them through that whole process.
Straight.
Yeah, show them some pictures of some nigga brains blown out. That's what they did to us in middle school. I'm for real. When I was 13 years old, they brought pictures and showed us niggas brains blown out and said this gonna be y'all if y'all join the gang.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I
I tell
remember
y'all,
those
I
days.
did not join the gang. That shit scared me so bad.
Yeah, man.
That's what they need to do. These kids, they think it's a game.
In my
Yeah.
life and want to do better. Instead of be out here like other kids, jacking cars, breaking into cars. It basically just keep me out of trouble.
Coach Derek Henderson put this program together.
There's no limit to your dreams. It's only the sky. The sky's the limit.
Back under the bridge on this final day of this special camp, a group of local kids leave full of confidence and big dreams.
I have tunnel vision on something that I really want to do.
Coach Henderson says this summer's program was so successful, he wants to increase the number of students next year from 25 to 50.
I tell them to reach for the stars. And if you miss the star, you can land on a cloud.
Paul Murphy, Eyewitness News.
They didn't. First of all, What they should have done, took all them boys to the damn barber shop and cut their nappy ass shit off their damn head. That's what they should have done first. Cause they look scary.
Oh God, man. Oh shit.
And it's you land on the moon, not the clouds.
Yeah. Brown Sugar, the other day, didn't you say that women don't kill their boyfriends' kids?
I said
The
women
woman
do
accused of
kill their
killing a
boyfriend
6-year-old in
kids.
Harahan remains behind
Oh, you
bars.
said they do.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude was saying
Okay.
women should choose better, and I said women kill their boyfriend kids too. So my point was, y'all
Oh.
niggas need to learn how to choose better too.
Oh, okay. All right. So there you go. Okay, we don't need to show that, man. Oh man,
Got
yeah,
you had a gotcha mommy out? No, you did not.
yeah. Tomorrow, I'm gonna have to do some Rumble, man, because there's a lot of things that I've been sent, man, that I just can't show on here, man. Let's do one more city, man. Shit. Let me think of one.
I was thinking, have you done Iowa?
Yeah, we did that yesterday. We did Des Moines.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
What about Miami?
Yeah, Miami or Jacksonville.
Well, we did Jacksonville a few days ago on Rumble, but um, yeah, I might have to do Rumble. I might have to do like a couple hours of Rumble tomorrow, man.
That son man got a big old head.
Let's see.
We're learning more about the suspect accused of running down a police officer after an attempted traffic stop in Lauderhill. That officer was taken to the hospital, but the story doesn't stop there.
It ends in a wild dash and crash. Local 10's Rosh Lowe breaks down the details for us in our top story this afternoon, live from Broward County Jail. Rosh.
Absolutely. A wild story here and a very frightening story. This happened around 8 p.m. last night, and it began innocently enough. A Lauderhill police officer, he pulls somebody over. He wants to get some information on the driver. No information. The next thing you know, cops say, he is run down. This is Crystalee Tenen-Parther. She's behind bars, accused of running down a Lauderhill police officer. This began as a traffic stop. When the officer tried to get him...
What'd you say?
Says she looks like that alien off American Dad.
She forgot to wash the perm out her head or something.
Yeah, this is a rough looking sister, but she been through a lot, man. I mean, she just ran down a cop in a police chase. Give her a little break.
Police officer. This began as a traffic stop. When the officer tried to get information, cops say she didn't provide any. And then they say this got dangerous. So according to the arrest report, this is how this whole thing went down. Remember, the officer was in the door frame and he's trying to get some basic information, and cops say he's not getting anything. The next thing you know, according to the arrest report, the suspect accelerates forward. She goes forward, hits a fence, then reverses. Now remember, the officer is still here in the door frame. He's actually hit by the door, cops say. He was taken to the hospital, but has since been released. Cops say the suspect then fled the scene at a high rate of speed. She eventually hit a tree and the car flipped over. She was eventually taken into custody, now at the Broward County main jail, facing serious charges. And we should be...
The fisherman says some sisters made out of steel.
Yeah, but what is a serious charge down there? Like, everybody gets a bond. Like, what's she looking like $25,000 bond? Like, I don't think. What do they mean serious charges? Is she not getting no bond?
Attempted murder on a cop.
Yeah, they're not gonna give her attempted murder on the cop. There's no way.
She looks so crazy. Look her eyes.
Yeah, she look like she
lost.
Yeah, she look like. I think she ain't crazy. I think that bitch just.
I think she
did
high.
that shit. Yeah, she did that shit. She gonna play crazy now. I know that much.
Serious charges. And we should be hearing a lot more about this story in the upcoming week. First off, we are told this entire incident was caught on body camera video. In addition to that, this officer is very fortunate to be at home. The officer is resting. And as far as the suspect goes, who's in the jail, I mentioned she's facing a bunch of charges, including driving with a suspended license for 6 months. We're live for now outside the Broward County.
That ain't no serious charge.
That ain't no charge.
If that's what they talking about, shit, and they ain't gonna do shit to her. She ain't gonna. Shit. Let's see. Is this it?
Lauderhill police officer injured after a DUI traffic stop goes terribly wrong. Police say the driver kept going when the
No, I'm trying to see if they had the footage. That's what they were waiting for, the footage. Yeah.
What about that man with that beard?
On to an update. The man accused of leading police on a dangerous pursuit that ended in a major rollover crash on a busy US 1 this week. Well, he faced a judge today.
And Local 10's Cody Weddle is at the jail in West Miami-Dade, where 39-year-old James Exposito remains behind bars.
So this wild police chase happened on Wednesday evening. The dramatic ending was caught on camera. The driver was hospitalized, but he has since been discharged and booked here at the TGK jail. 39-year-old James Exposito out of the hospital and booked into jail. His wounds still evident on his face. Exposito allegedly led police on a wild police chase Wednesday evening in Southwest Miami-Dade. It ended with him flipping his 2014 black Dodge Ram and crashing it into a traffic light.
You have reckless driving.
Tired.
You have leaving the scene without any information and damages over 550.
In bond court, Exposito facing several charges for that chase. Police say when they attempted to stop his black SUV at Southwest 149th Street and 107th Avenue, Exposito did pull over, made eye contact with an officer, and then seemingly snapped, ramming into 3 officers' vehicles and speeding off. He later hit at least one other car.
No, he's like, get out of the car.
Before that crash, police say Exposito tried to lose them, driving erratically without regard for other drivers or pedestrians. Miami-Dade police had been investigating him for days for suspected drug dealing and were attempting to arrest him. He was eventually arrested after flipping his car. Police found a handgun, cocaine powder, and marijuana in his vehicle. In a search of his home, they found an AR-15 rifle, oxycodone, marijuana, and cocaine. So Exposito is obviously facing a number of felony charges here. His bond has been set at over $150,000.
But he's a drug dealer, so he can pay that. That's
That
what,
ain't
$15,000?
Yeah, that ain't nothing. He got that money.
He did all that and it's only $150,000.
He'll be on the street tomorrow. I just don't understand. They Florida, tough on black. No, they not.
Depending on where you at in Florida.
Okay. They should be telling black people, come down here, man.
You from Florida?
No, I've lived there at one point in my life.
You Haitian, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You in Haiti right now?
Hell no.
No, you see his Wi-Fi working for this long. You know he ain't no fucking Haiti. Shit.
Damn, that's cold.
No, that shit would have went down by now, man. That shit that's a shithole.
It's so cold. Oh my gosh.
He ain't lying though.
Shithole, man. Nigeria's a shithole. It is what it is, man. Anywhere where black people are, it's a shithole.
Third case of a fine wine bandit at a South Florida
We
market.
got another wine thing. This is the Ombrito the other day.
Third case of a fine wine bandit at a South Florida market. We told you about this yesterday, about a suspect stealing pricey wines at a market in Miami. And now we're learning another man hit the Coconut Grove and Pinecrest locations all on the same day. And wait until you hear where he hides the wine. Local 10's Roshlo is live in Coconut Grove with the video that you will only see on Local 10.
You know something? This is not easy to do, to take a wine bottle and stick it down your pants. Now imagine having 3 of those wine bottles down your pants. Milam's Market dealing with another menace. Wait a minute, let's see that again. What's that in his pants? What goes through your mind when he pulls the bottles out of his pants?
I caught him, lost money, and it's just crazy, unbelievable.
Expensive wine
So
bottles?
they gonna put that shit right back on the shelf. Y'all better disinfect that shit, take it to the bag or some
I
shit.
know. That was all in his balls.
They gonna put that shit on the shelf. I promise you, they gonna put that shit right back on the shelf.
3 bottles? And wait until you hear how this wine grab went down. Milam's Market ownership says this guy went in.
When you white and you steal wine, a black person would have to come in there with a duffel bag and steal like fucking 40 bottles of wine for the news. And then it would have been like a 20-second story. They just showed him running out and shit. This white guy, this is a small time crime. He put 3 bottles of wine in his pants. This ain't worthy of no
It's
fucking.
not even worth the news. Like, when no weapons involved, nobody got hurt. They just want to make you white people look bad.
This is a 2-minute and 40-second segment on a white guy that put 3 bottles of wine down his pants. 2 minutes and 46 seconds.
Wait until you hear how this wine grab went down. Milam's Market ownership says this guy went into the Coconut Grove location 5 times in one day, back to back, stuffing wine down his pants. And then, on his last attempt, he is caught by store employees.
Send me that MIT grad. Email that to me, Gigi Ryder, the MIT grad that got killed pumping gas, man. Please send that to me, man. He says, our Instagram folks were correct about Antifa anarchist gliders helping the Marcus allies by smashing windows. Yeah, they were right about that, but even that was done with like sons right next to them. Like, it wasn't like they came in the middle of the night in black neighborhoods and was smashing shit. They was marching down the street with black people, and they was doing that shit, and the white people was doing the shit too, in the midst of a bunch of white black people. I like the look on this white guy's face when he get caught. He like, oh my God, my privileges ran out.
He is caught by store employees. And look at him, offloading the pricey wine.
If he was black, they would have beat his ass and dragged him to the back, and the cops would have came and shot him.
It hurts the store. It hurts the public because we're out of the products that they want.
Just Thursday, we spoke with one of the owners of Milam's, Chad Milam. He was telling us about a different fine wine heist at a Miami Milam's.
Why they had to bring the black dude in? The black guy. Why they had to bring us in it, man? That's fucked up, man.
Milam. He was telling us about a different fine wine heist at a Miami Milam's. After this story aired, ownership alerted about this guy. And there's more to the story. After he is busted in Coconut Grove, he doesn't call it a day. He heads to the Pinecrest Milam's the same day. And it's back to stuffing wine down his pants. Look at him here, turning his back to the camera and doing his business. How he walks around with all that wine in his pants, no one knows. How do you even walk around like that?
I don't know. It must be really uncomfortable, that's for sure.
But what they do know, on this day alone, ownership says this guy got away with more than $1,000 worth of fine wine, all down his pants.
Hold on. What?
Because he kept going back and forth. He went there 5 times.
Oh, he did? That's what they said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So take a look at these 2 guys.
See, look, they got a close-up picture of the black guy, then they got the white guy far away. It's fucked up, man. Racist.
Milam's would love to catch them. Okay, so we have a variety of cases that Milam's is dealing with.
Variety.
He looked like he stole himself a couple of wines himself.
Yeah, the diversity, man. Listen. Who says black people and white people can't find common ground?
2 guys. Milam's would love to catch them. Okay, so we have a variety of cases that Milam's is dealing with. Clear video of both suspects. If you know who they are, pick up the phone and call Crime Stoppers. That number is 305-471-TIPS. And I want to mention
guy gonna get turned in way before that black. This gonna be like 100 tips for this guy. One tip for this dude.
They gonna snitch on him.
White
And the white guy gonna get more sentence longer than the black man. The black man charge is gonna get dropped.
Yeah, they're like, you know how they are.
something else here. This is a family-owned business, and these are expensive bottles of wine. Thousands and thousands of dollars worth of wine has been taken, and they want these people caught. In Coconut Grove, I'm Rosh Lowe.
They gonna help the black man, and then they gonna make sure the white man go to jail.
Yeah, but something like that's gonna happen. The white guy's fucked. Let's put it like that. He's fucked. Is he gonna lose his job? He gonna be ashamed. Like his community, that's gonna be shameful. Like they gonna be like, you did right. Some people, he ain't kill nobody. He ain't shit, man.
I know. They call that a victimless crime.
Exactly. They got insurance.
Yeah, they got insurance. It's victimless. Nobody died.
Yeah, man. Shit, man. How much else going on, man, down here, man? Uh-oh. I spoke too soon, man.
Thanks a lot. Mystery solved. In a 2-year-old cold case, a man charged in connection with the fatal shooting of a 6-year-old little girl that happened back in 2021. And Local 10's Leanne Motorhome is joining us live now from Miami with the charges just filed in this case today. Leanne.
And Calvin, this is a day the family thought might never come. A 6-year-old Chastity Saunders gunned down 2.5 years ago. And today we've learned that a man who's no stranger to the law is now being blamed for this heinous crime.
The detectives kept their word, and I'm glad and thankful.
A father is thankful that someone is now facing charges for killing his 6-year-old daughter.
It just took forever, and it's finally here. Like, it would have never, I thought it was going to be a cold case.
Chastity Saunders died in January of 2021 while attending a birthday party in Northwest Miami-Dade. As the party wrapped up for the evening, a car rolled by and shots were fired. 2 adults were hit by bullets and survived. Little Chastity was shot in the head.
Why you had to shoot? You didn't even look, check your surroundings or nothing. That was an innocent child.
The man now facing...
Oh, yeah, I remember this case. Why you had to shoot, man? I mean, you should at least check your surroundings before you shot.
Yeah, I know, right? What the hell?
Damn, like you could have seen. Oh, wait a second. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna spin the block and shoot when these little kids get out of the way.
Little Chastity was shot in the head.
Why you had to shoot? You didn't even look, check your surroundings or nothing. That was an innocent child.
The man now facing charges is 22-year-old Warnerick Buckner, who is already behind bars on unrelated federal charges.
That motherfucker look mean as shit, man.
He look real mean. Look at that nose.
Yeah, flat nose motherfucker.
Flat nose.
Yeah, mean looking motherfucker, man.
Look real mean.
He's accused of second-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder. Buckner was also one of the men arrested in connection to the mass shooting at the El Mula Banquet Hall, which
I remember that.
I remember that.
You did that story,
That's where I knew him from. I knew that face, man. That's where I knew him from. Okay.
Damn, he did that shit too.
He was getting active, man. He was out here. He was what they call outside. I remember this because I did this video. This is with a father. It was a father. He was mad. This father was real mad. He was on TV like, man, you killed my son and all this shit. Yeah, look at them. This is around the corner. This is what it looks like, gliders, when they're around the corner. They hop out and they creep around and they just shoot into the crowd.
Bunch of Grim Reapers.
Yeah, so when you're talking about, they're just kids or they need fucking stuff or all the bullshit you gliders talk, man, these motherfuckers know exactly what they're doing.
And you know what they do like Grim Reapers. They're
Yeah.
dressed like Grim Reapers.
The hoods, the hoods.
All black. You right.
Yeah.
They're deaf.
Unrelated.
Look at that face, man. Do that look like a nice guy, man? That guy's not nice, man.
Yeah, he like he'll spit on you.
Oh, yeah.
federal charges. He's accused of second-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder. Buckner was also one of the men arrested in connection.
All these people just standing there like that's a lot of people. Like, think of it. There's no way you can have beef with all these people.
They don't care. They don't care.
It's probably this guy. It's probably this guy.
They finna kill everybody.
They was mad at him. So they're like, he over there. Where he at? He over there. Like, all right. That's how they think.
And it's scary. Like, I don't know. Have anyone on the panel been at a club that got shooting before?
Yes. I've been in the club. I've been to festivals. I'm from Washington, D.C., man.
Well, it's like, it's scary because you don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah, man. Because
Then when you get home, you be like, damn, this shit was lit.
Yeah, you don't be thinking about it like that. You don't be thinking you almost lost your life. You just be like, yeah, that shit was crazy, man. But
Yeah, it was crazy. It was shooting at the club.
But yeah, it's like this shit right here though. Like this right here, as a judge, like these judges be giving these niggas like 10 years for this shit. And like if you think about all these souls, if you cherished each one of these people's lives, if you didn't look at it like, oh, they just niggers and they probably got something, they probably ain't shit anyway. Like, you know, if you just look at them as just souls, persons, right? To know that some guys parked around the corner, crept around, and just sprayed into the crowd with AK-47s.
Yeah.
You'd be like, yo, you 1,000-year sentence. You sentenced that motherfucker. But they know, man, these just niggers, man. Fuck these. Half of these are fucking niggers just like them. This is just what they do. Give them 15 years. He'll be out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they have to do that because some of that is right. There's an element of that sentiment that is true. But
That's
it's
why
still
it's a racist system. In a way.
But also you had the fact that black folk be campaigning for these motherfuckers to get short sentences.
The system was not made for savages like this.
Exactly.
I know, but I'm saying like
it can't absorb this. It's
just
like
not giving them 1,000 years and keep bringing them back on the streets to continue doing this.
If you spill some water, if you pour a glass of water, you spill some on the fucking table, and you get some Bounty wipes, right? And you go wipe it up. That's great, right? If your fucking toilet overflows, those Bounty wipes aren't made to fucking absorb all of that shit, okay? They're made for little spills and shit.
Yeah,
you know
the knives are made for glider.
Yeah, they're not made for this happening
all the time. Yeah,
at least once a day,
right?
Somewhere in Blackistan. This same
but
thing.
that's what I'm saying. It's happening all the time, every week, every day for decades. Shouldn't they start handing out 1,000-year sentences by now?
And then you mammies gonna be outside the fucking courthouse protesting.
Those
not yet. Those mammies. Those mammies gonna be outside the court system protesting. You know though, but you know that though, right?
But
right?
I'm saying, damn them.
No, but
damn them.
The gliders tried that in the 1990s when they introduced bills to punish people for like selling crack, and then the Sunmen came out and said, oh, well, you know what? The cocaine is the same.
It's
like, it's not the same, bruh.
Yeah, gliders are killing each other over
same, but it's different results.
Yeah, man. It's just like if you park around the corner and you and your buddies come and just spray into this crowd and shoot 20 people and kill like 4 or 5 of them, yo, you literally listen, man, 500 years, okay? Fuck it, not 1,000, 500. Like that's a wicked crime because you're not even killing the person you had a problem with. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's one thing if you had a problem with everybody right here. They all like stomped your head in. But I did this case. It was a rap concert. a local rap concert.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy had a problem with those guys had a problem with a few guys, and those guys weren't even still there. Many of those guys from that crew had left. So this crowd right here is just outside the club. You know how it is when you let out everybody milling around, parking lot pimping. Most of these people had nothing to do with it, but you're still shooting up the club because remember, so the act of shooting up the club is, you know what I'm saying? Like we shot that motherfucker up.
Yeah, it's like a form of retaliation.
Yeah, like
Because you like, if you don't get them, you know you're gonna hit somebody, hopefully that they know or love.
There's not a group of human beings that would do that on earth except these people. There's no one, even La Raza, even Mexican gang members and stuff like that. They'll shoot at a crowd if they know this is a like if the Mexican gangs got beef, they know 18th Street is down the block. They're in front of that house. We're gonna shoot anything in front of that house because but not in a club. Only a Sun Man would do that.
Yeah. After he'd already killed a 6-year-old girl. Like this guy, he know he killed that little girl.
Yeah, of course.
Also, one of the men arrested in connection to the mass shooting at the El Mula banquet hall, which killed 3 people and sent several others to the hospital in May of 2021.
Yeah, this guy's father. This one right here, his father went off, man. Hold on, this one, not him. This guy, I wish I could show you the video of his father. His father, damn.
21.
Yeah, well, anyway.
However, prosecutors had no choice but to drop those charges because Miami-Dade police allegedly got a confession out of Buckner.
Look at the mammy helping him. This is him leaving after he got the charges dropped. Look at the mammy. Why she doing all that? Why she doing all? I fucking hate y'all. Sometimes. Why she doing all that? Why she can't just have the fucking jacket over? Why she gotta be all on him like she is Shield and shit?
Because she think he a celebrity.
1. However, prosecutors had no choice but to drop those charges because Miami-Dade police allegedly got a confession out of Buckner in the absence of the lawyer he asked for.
He confessed to that crime, shooting up that club. They had to drop the charges because he didn't have a lawyer there when he confessed.
Because he asked for a lawyer, and even though the lawyer wasn't there and he confessed, they couldn't use that.
In
That's
Africa,
crazy.
That's glider. That's gliders. That's what I'm saying. That's why gliders. It was made for them. Like it's like, well, I mean, you trust it. Black folk in a black country. Man, there's no way they would have threw that confession out.
That tire gold chain is gonna be around your neck, brother.
Oh, he confessed. All right, he dead the same day.
They'd have to bring the army. They'd have to bring the army to stop the people from killing you in front of the courthouse.
Exactly. They would have.
God. Good night.
All right, good night. They would have literally killed him that night.
Yes.
The lawyer he asked for.
If he did it at a 2-year-old kid's party and a banquet hall and got away, what makes you think he ain't gonna do it again?
The Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office had to recuse itself due to a conflict of interest. So this case is being prosecuted by the State Attorney's Office in Broward County. The family says that they will be gathering tonight to honor the life of Chastity Saunders. For now, reporting live.
I fucking loathe you fucking niggers, man. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, man. I loathe niggers, man. Niggers just think about that's one son, man.
There's thousands like him, thousands, millions like him.
Yeah.
Millions upon millions of supporters within that community. They even worse than him. Remember, I was telling you earlier. They're worse. What's worse than him? His people.
That motherfucker's wildly popular. Like wherever his circle is, or his neighborhood, or his village,
he's the man.
He is wild.
When he goes to jail, they'll soon forget all his sins and start blaming it on systematic racism. See, he didn't get a trial. This white dude he got off. He comes from this. He comes from that society, man. This is what comes out of it.
Wildly popular, man. We talking about somebody who is fucking like he show up. He arrogant. Like he arrogant. He like on some like you know how they accuse white people of being like hoity-toity and shit. Like them thug niggas. I know a bunch of thug niggas. They got like a arrogance about them when they're around black circles.
Like the Beatles. He's running like he running like the Beatles, kid.
It's kind of like it's kind of like like everybody's beneath them. Like it's kind of like they're rich. And like kind of like how you would expect like some rich like housewife act around like the help and shit. Like I'm like like oh you take some rich old billionaire's wife to like a hole in the wall club and she's like, oh my God. And then you like, let me take your coat. She's like, oh no, I'm not putting my coat on these. That's how thug niggas act around like normal black people. They think they're better than them.
Yeah, like stuck up.
Yeah, stuck up and shit. Like, yeah, because I kill people. It's weird. It's just insane. And gliders don't know that like dynamic. Gliders think like that they're like gliders think that they're like victims and shit or like that they feel like they don't have confidence. So we need to build their confidence up. So those confident a nigga who shot some people in a neighborhood got away with it in a black community. You talk about confidence. That nigga got more confidence than Kobe Bryant.
That's right.
That nigga is confident. He fucking good. He get a lot of niggas. Say, what's up, man? Niggas be down the street. Hey, what's up, man? You're like, oh, niggas speaking to him. Niggas give shit. Niggas want to be his friend and shit. That nigga got hella confidence, man. Gliders be thinking that motherfuckers like that. These motherfuckers is like downtrodden and fucking. They just need a hand up and
he getting girls, everything.
Yeah, he good. Gliders are fucking morons, man. Let me get out of here, man. Peace out.
All right, man. Take it easy.